It's Wednesday. It's Mark Pires. And it's Real Talk.
Today, looking for another way
to ease my mind and help my living. It's Real Talk. It's Wednesday. It's day 478 in a row of the Mark Pires Real Talk Show. Before we get going, head over to YouTube, subscribe and ding the bell. Let's get into it. We're going to get into it because I got a Trump call coming in. And he's always calling in with some sort of shenanigans. And I'm hoping you guys will continue to pop in and check out these crazy calls that I get from him. And he's just become a huge part of the program. And now it's something you guys probably know about. I'm here quarantined with you, and you could now order a personalized Faceswap, and it's really cool because you could just go onto the website, Mark Pires Real Program. Hold on one second. And you can just order one there, pick whoever you want as a celebrity, and I'll knock it out for you. And it's only $20, so it's going to be a fun thing for you to send to a friend who's down. Maybe, you know, your spouse likes a certain character and you'd love to just have a funny message to them, you know. So you have the option of trying to bring a little light into someone's life with a funny celebrity impression. And let me show you what I mean. Oh, Nicholson, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Say hello if you're on today, guys. We are here to connect. I'm here to, just let you know I'm here with you. We're quarantined together. I'm here every single night for about an hour or two, and we just get into things. So if you could share this with your pages, let your world know. Let's get into it. Let's have some fun. We're going to get the BeatSeat going in a little while. But right now, we have a call from Donald J. Trump. Donald, are you there? Donald. Hello. Trying to get Donald on the line. Donald, are you there? Donald, there you are. Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I hope you're having a nice day, Mark.
I am. How are you doing?
So I gotta tell you, we've been having some doozies in these press conferences. I'm pretty sure that Pelosi is the one who's sending these CNN folk in there with their fake news.
Really?
We're dealing with the press. We're dealing with everybody, Mark, but they're not giving Trump a fair shake.
What do you mean?
It's Pelosi. Have you seen her? Everything she does, she Peloisons.
What?
Peloison. She's a Peloisoner. I'll tell you what, Mark. You ever heard of Wrath of Trump?
What?
It's a Star Trek movie that's coming out in 2024.
The Wrath of
I
Trump.
already bankrolled it, Mark. And Peloison is going down.
You're going after Pelosi.
James Cameron is going to be directing it.
What?
Big league. I got them right after Avatar. Yep. He said, what do you want to do next, Donald? I said, let's do Wrath of Trump. Donald! Look, Mark, I've got to get going now. Melania is calling.
Oh, my goodness.
And remember, don't listen to any G-holes and don't take any cookies from Peloison. She is going to Peloison everything. Big league. I'll see you tomorrow, Mark. I'm coming, Melania.
Oh, my goodness. So yesterday, Brady, I think it was Brady. Was it you, Tad? Somebody yesterday I had said how Trump came on and he said, look, Pelosi is Peloison. Pelosi is poison. And they said, no, she's Peloison. I said, oh, my goodness, you tie the two together when you're Donald Trump. Everything becomes, Crooked Hillary. Look, I wanted to just let you know about some of my favorite characters. I love Crooked Hillary specifically because she's so crooked. And then, of course, I guess my next favorite would be Little Mike. I love Little Mike. I just want to kind of bounce his head around, like that. And then, of course, we've got Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe Biden. Oh, look, Sleepy Joe Biden, he's taking a nap. I'm Sleepy Joe Biden. They used to call me Smoking Joe before I was 79 years old and senile. My Aunt Judy told me that I had a good shot at running for president. I was president of my high school. I won that time. And then I won in the Senate, and then I keep running for Senate. Even though I'm running for president, keep telling people I'm running for Senate. That's right, Joe, because you know that Donald J. Trump is going to win big league. He wins big league. It's what he does. So these face swaps just happen on a daily basis, and I hope they're keeping you guys entertained during all of this. I've been spending a fair amount of time on it because I want to try to bring something creative to you guys on a daily basis. So I'd be like, that was cool. Like, I keep hoping that you guys are like, I can't wait to see what the next Trump bit is, you know, because I'm just kind of keep doing them. And hopefully you guys are like enjoying the creativity behind each one. I still think one of my favorites, Lying Ted, Little Marco. That's right. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, Ted, for playing. I would love it if people all over the world would play along. Oh, yes, that's right, Cookie Doodle. Do you remember what he said about Mitt Romney? No, I don't. Something about the Tabernacle Choir. But I don't know. He comes up with these names, and lately we've been doing that for him. I don't know if Trump will ever hear this show, but at some point he's going to be watching. Maybe in 10 years he'll be like, oh my goodness, Fluhan. Why didn't I think of Fluhan? I should have been watching Melania, we should have been watching the Real Talk program because this guy nailed it. He nailed it, Melania. Go get Baron that gold crayon. He nailed it, though, Melania. Think about it, Fluhan. I keep saying it's not racist. It's a geographic location, the Wuhan virus. But this guy on Real Talk, he came up with the actual name, Melania. Fluhan. It's the Fluhan. And it's President G-Hole. I can't believe I didn't think of that one. I'm going to call President G-Hole right now. President G-Hole, it's Donald J. Trump. I'm just going to click my ear real quick and see if I can open up this browser window. Winning big league, President G-Hole. So what's everybody doing tonight? I'm here with you to kind of hang out. I want to hear if you guys have anything you want me to do as a character. You want me to make up something for you, do a scene? I'm thinking about doing stuff like that, where you just have a scene going on in front of you live. We just do the improv thing and just make it roll. You know, like Donald J. Trump going to a ball game with Christopher Walken. Wouldn't that be fun? Who would not want to see Donald J. Trump going to like a baseball game with Christopher Walken? Chris, was that a ball or a strike? Why don't you watch the game? Donald, put your phone down. Donald, look at the catcher. You see the way he stares down the second baseman, the best in signs. It's like we did back in the Bronx. I grew up, corner 52nd and Elm. My cousin Juniper would come by and he'd say, Chris, look down the road. And I can see a man down the end of the road. Oh, my man, thank you so much. You know what? Oh, Walken used to be my favorite. I used to love doing Walken. And I could just kind of chat around with him. Todd, I thank you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in to Real Talk. It's the Real Talk program. Guys, live 4, 7, 8 in a row. I just wanted to let you know the new bits. This new thing is just like wherever the show goes, right? But I did want to talk to you guys about something that I thought was pretty interesting. And we were going to go there tonight, and maybe we'll just do it for tomorrow. But I thought about having, and this is crazy. See what happened to my nose here? I wore my mask today to go show, I had to go show this rental I have. And then I went to the food store, and I had to wear that mask. And it created some sort of thing on my nose there, which is crazy that it happened, but it happened. Anyway, so bottom line is this, guys. All right. It seems like it did a lot of damage. I can't believe it. It's kind of crazy that happened. Just this little thing. You know what I mean? Who's on? Is that my man? That's my man, John. John, what's going on? You guys know I have to say what's up to all the first responders, second responders, third responders, all the people that are out there on the streets, like my man, John. And our hearts and our just total appreciation go out to them, and especially the people that are doing what they can to give back to all those people. I just want to say thank you, all of you. Christopher Walken thanks you. Donald J. Trump, he thanks you enormously. I think it's funny, I gotta say, if you look at every president and you look at the questions they receive while they're president, it's always just like when Obama was in office, he's up there saying, economy's doing great. And they'd be like, Mr. Obama, President Obama, can you tell us why would you ever do this? Why are you on the golf course? Because I like to play golf. Like, and then it'd be like those are question based, and then like something I saw today that was pretty funny is they were bringing up the fact, I guess, that Trump played something on his daily briefing that Cuomo said a couple nice things about the president. Look, the government's doing their job. They opened up 1,000 beds right in the Hudson River. You know, we brought some corona patients over there. So they did their job. You know, the president, he and I we're working together. So that Cuomo gives his bit, and then all of a sudden, apparently that's what Trump played. Hold on a second, I want to play this little bit. Just let me play this for you. You need to see something that Andrew Cuomo said about me. Hold on, if I can't play it, I'm going to get him on the phone. Andrew, it's Donald J. Trump. Hey, Donald, how you doing? I just wanted to see if you could on speakerphone. You're on speaker right now, Cuomo. Can you please tell everybody what you said to me earlier about how great of a job that Trump is doing, how amazing Trump is, how great my hair looks? I didn't say anything about the hair, Donald, but yeah, we're getting along. We're doing a job. We're trying to kind of flatten the curve, Donald, you know. See, I told you, he said my hair looks great. Is that what you heard? I love that. Like, if you go back and check out the Fauci bit, the first Fauci bit I did, like, Donald, look, we're going to have to self-quarantine. We got to keep people inside. Let them know it's going to get worse before it gets better. And don't tell people that we're going to get through this in a week. It's not going to happen. Okay, so you basically by, like, next Thursday, we're good? We're cool, right? Can we say, like, back to work on April 15th? How about Easter? We're going live. I'm going to be sitting at the pew with Melania and Baron. I have my crayons ready for Baron so he can do a little Picasso on his little notepad. And Melania, she'll just wear something striking. Something striking. Of course, they'll probably ask me to do the sermon. I may have to do the sermon. I think that's something that's within my per diem, right? I'm supposed to sermons, right? Kato. Holy cow, guys. So what's everybody up to tonight? John, how you doing? How you guys making out? You staying safe, my friend? I hope so. I really hope everybody's staying safe. I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I thought was kind of interesting. You know, I showed some properties today to a client of mine because I actually put a deal together while this is all going on. It's kind of insanity. But I did want to say something. I'm thinking about what's going on out there. I sent a post about this on Facebook earlier today. Everybody is home online trying to find something to pass the time. They're looking at different things that pique their interest. Now, some people out there are thinking about buying a home. Typically, the housing market's fluid. Right? There's always a movement in the housing market. Well, right now in New York, which I'm licensed in New York is shut down. I couldn't show properties in New York today. I wanted to show a couple to my client and they were like, nope, sorry. And the crazy thing is I can't show anything in New York. My client can't see the places they want to see in New York. And so the philosophy that I'm starting to understand, or the strategy of the world that's coming at me full force in the next month, as soon as they do go live again, whenever that happens, the phone will not stop ringing. So my theory is this. George, what's up, my brother? If you are someone who is considering putting your house on the market, call me, DM me. Oh, my man. Is that my man, Tommy? Tommy, love you, brother. If you are considering putting your house on the market right now, and I see Raul and Tommy, I appreciate you guys so much. If you're considering putting your house on the market, though, this is the time. Waiting until everyone's back looking again, you lose. You've got to go at it right now. My theory is this. If we hit the market now and I come in there and get some amazing photography done, I'll go outside, fly my drone, get some great footage for you of the outside. Raul, how are you, my friend? And then from there, we can create an image, a package for your property that people are looking at, almost like a movie right now. And it would be. I'll create a movie like I did for the North Avenue property, but people are looking at it like it's a gallery viewing, like, oh, I can't wait to get my ticket to go in and see that house. Well, you know what? Everybody else is on the sidelines too. And so I said this, it was just as a joke, but it's true. Like, every potential buyer is making their list and they're checking it like 50 times, not twice. They're going back and looking at that same house and they're like, oh, I can't wait to get in there. And they know no one else could get in there. And I'm receiving calls still from people that are like, look, can I get in there? I'm like, no, you can't do New York. We can't go see New York. I could still show you my Connecticut properties. We could still go out and buy something in Connecticut. So, like I said, I'm extremely safe. If you guys see the way I go out there, I look like a Star Wars character. I got this crazy ventilator mask. I'm going to bring it in one day, even though I've shown you photos here. I got this crazy ventilator mask on, my glasses. I always wear my Yankee hat when I go out. I don't want to wear this because I throw everything in the garage, take it all off when I get home because it's a frightening world we're living in. And I still don't know if I'm safe. Like I wash. I know this is the thing. I know we're all living in the same exact world, like wondering what the heck we touched. And I got in the car today after showing this property and I walked in and I'm like, okay, wiping hands. And then I'm like, okay, wipe phone. And I'm like, okay, wipe steering wheel. And I'm like, wipe the where you turn from park into reverse. Like, you never know. And you know where you touch start on the car? Like, let's wipe that sucker down. And I'm wiping where I open the door. I'm like, holy cow, I start realizing I'm wiping the hell out of everything and I don't care. You know what? It may continue on beyond because it's frightening. It's frightening. And then I keep worrying about everybody else. And I keep saying, look, my thing is if I could just keep coming out here and trying to connect with you guys. And if you do have anything you want to get into, if you want to talk, we helped someone the other day. I'm hoping to do more of that. Hoping to create some more music for you guys live. And like I said, I just want you guys to feel like during this time, at least, you got something that can keep you going, put a smile on your face, make you laugh, get a couple celebrity impressions in there, inspire you, maybe just remind you of certain things like we will get through this, and that remind yourself that there may be something you're trying to find. And this could be a good time to find it. Go in there and look. What do you mean? Go in there. Go inside, start looking within. And it's tough because we're all still trying to figure out a way to stay busy. And, I don't know. There's a lot to do. But hopefully you guys are staying safe, staying positive. And let's connect here and play some music. How about that? I'm going to play you this funny bit. I still love this. This is the thing we did the other day of... well, you'll see it.
Now, I understand you have a question?
Yes. Why do you keep calling it the Chinese flu and the Fluhan?
Well, look, it's Fluhan because it came from Wuhan. And let's be honest, if Xi was more open and honest about what happened there, we could have saved lives. You know, he's been a real Xi-hole, if you ask me. President Xi-hole. I don't like Xi-holes, so I'm not that impressed with President Xi. I might call him a Xi-hole to his face.
Xi-hole to his face. Wouldn't that be something? President Xi. President Xi, it is Donald J. Trump. So this is cool. So Tad just asked, do you do impressions to your clients and does it work? Well, this is something I was just thinking about, Tad. I was thinking like, you gotta be different if you want to try to do something, right? Everything that is out there has been done, so you cannot replicate something. You can replicate the form, but you have to bring something unique to the table. And something that if you've been watching this show long enough, you'll know I talk about this all the time, is we all have a unique genius within us, something that we do amazingly, okay? If you can figure out how to translate that into a business, you're going to live an amazing life. You're going to get to do some things that some people only dream of doing, but it's also going to require a ton of work. Nobody gets there in a day unless they have a contact or they have the money behind them. In general, there's a lot of pitfalls. You're gonna hit a lot of roads that have no way out. You got to turn around, go back, or you can create your own path, which is what I continue to try to do with my life and on a daily basis. You know, I saw something that was brilliant the other day. I never saw this before. Did you guys ever see the Bruce Lee clip? There's this Bruce Lee clip, and I was like, whoa, never thought about that. He said, you gotta be like water. I love this. He goes, you gotta be like water, formless, shapeless. He goes, when water gets into a cup, it becomes the cup. When water goes into a tea kettle, it becomes the kettle. He's like, you need to be water. And I was like, damn, Bruce Lee. And he kills it with the truth. Is that at the end of the day, he's telling us the truth, which is that You get one life, you get one moment to breathe into, breathe out of, and if you don't become water within that moment and let it take you where you're meant to go, then you are not living the life you're meant to lead, which is, again, moment. This is it. And I have to keep saying it in order to remind myself, because we all get caught up in everything else. I'm so caught up in everything else, guys. I can't like functionally do my business, which is not good when you have 3 kids. And, you know, you don't have the salary. It's not something like that. You only make money on commissions when you're a realtor. This forces you to back in the corner and figure out, well, what can you do? Again, that's why I started the Faceswap celebrity impressions personalized for $20. It's not a lot of money, but it's not even about that. Regardless of the cost, it's something that will bring joy to someone. It's well worth that. It's just something that I'd rather get a ton of orders than get 10 people ordering them. You know, I just want to get a ton of people saying like, I can't wait to get Richard Dreyfuss calling my friend. His name happens to be Bob. Bob, I don't treat patients on vacation, Bob. Tell my wife, Faye. Faye. Oh, man.
Dr. Marvin. Dr. Leo Marvin. It's Bob. Dr. Marvin, it's Bob. Look, I'm sorry, Dr. Marvin. I have Gil with me. Can I bring Gil? Gil would love it. Where are you? Up in Nantucket? Are you in Old Saybrook?
Bob, I'm on vacation, Bob. That's my favorite Bill Murray. My favorite Bill Murray movie ever, Tad, is... Hold on, I get a good drum roll. Groundhog Day. Actually, no, hold on. The Man Who Knew Too Little. Who has seen The Man Who Knew Too Little? And if you've not seen The Man Who Knew Too Little, Google search it right now. YouTube it. I think it's probably on YouTube. Groundhog Day is great, but it's here. Okay, Groundhog Day is here. This is The Man Who Knew Too Little. Okay? It's just a little above Groundhog Day. And actually, it's a kind of a tie. They're both amazing movies. I can't believe... I don't even know where to find that movie. I have it. I have the DVD somewhere of The Man Who Knew Too Little. The bottom line is this. I'm gonna have to tell you the synopsis of The Man Who Knew Too Little. Bill Murray is the man who knew too little. He goes to visit his brother in England, who happens to be a very famous actor I can't think of right now. And he goes and sees his brother, and he's like this guy. He works at Blockbuster Video. He's like, I work at Blockbuster Video. Yeah, no, I work at Blockbuster Video. And so he's walking the streets of England. His brother sets him up in this thing called the Theater of Life. And basically you are part of a scene, a part of a play for the night, but you're the main character. And so he's like, well, I always wanted to be an actor when I was younger. And then he's like, perfect. We'll set you up for it and everything. So he sets him up. And when he walks in, he picks up a phone call to get the start of the scene of the night. It's like 4 hours. He's like, great, I can have my business meeting. I'll set my brother up for the day. Wallace Ritchie, that's his name. And so, oh, Wallace Ritchie picks up the phone. Oh, this is Wallace. He's like, Spencer? I can't believe I'm remembering all of this. So basically, he's like, number 7, Bishop's Muse. Number 6, Bishop's Muse. I haven't seen this movie in 6 years, guys. 10, 15 years. Maybe 10 years. I can remember words, dialogue. Anyway, so now he's now going through this entire movie thinking he's part of a play when he really becomes an assassin and he's playing this part. Oh, it's brilliant. You got to watch it. I'm destroying the movie because of telling it terribly. But Bill Murray, one of his best movies, The Man Who Knew Too Little. And it's Who Knew Too. I think it's like that. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while, but I have the movie somewhere, The Man Who Knew Too Little. So who's out there? Who's seen The Man Who Knew Too Little? Who's seen Bill Murray in action in The Man Who Knew Too Little? Now we're talking movies. You know, I've never done that on this show before, but I would love to talk movies. I used to be a movie buff before I stopped watching television, before I stopped watching anything on the Negatube. But I used to watch a ton of movies. And basically, I have some movies that I consider gems that people probably never even knew about. There's one, it's a piano movie. If you happen to be into piano music, there's a movie called The Legend of 1900. And if you really want a good movie to watch, you may be able to find this one. You could definitely find the piano duel. There's a piano duel in that movie. This is Tim Roth. And he plays this guy named 1900. What? A guy named 1900? That's right. He's born on a boat. He spends his whole life on this boat and never leaves the boat. He happens to be the greatest piano player in the world. And there's this amazing scene where Jelly Roll Morton, who's considered to be the greatest jazz player, piano player, hears about this guy who's born on a boat, won't leave the boat, plays piano like a god. He's like, I'm going to go and have a duel with him. So this amazing 12-minute scene in the movie shows up where he walks in and the scene becomes like, it's just dead quiet in the room as these two masters play music. And it becomes very clear to me right away as a musician, obviously, but like within the first song, I can hear the differences between the two players. And it's not the piece of music because they become more advanced as it goes on. In fact, 1900 plays like, what does he play? Like Mary Had a Little Lamb or something like that to start. And Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. He starts with that. And Jelly Roll's playing. You guys know that song? It's called what's it called? Someone help me on that. Jelly Roll Morton. The Crave. You guys know what song that is? It's The Crave. We're going to have to find it. I want to play that for you guys because that song is hot. I should play you guys the 12-minute bit. You know what? What the heck, right? What the hell are we doing with this time here on the show? This should be about digging in, exploring different movies and stuff. Why not? Do I like horror movies? I don't know. Maybe. What do you got? Tell me what you like, Tad. I'll tell you, I've seen some that kind of freak me out and some that, like, okay, I'll tell you a little story. I watched all the Freddy Krueger movies when I was a kid, okay? And well before the age I probably should have. Like, my brothers are older than me. I was the youngest. So they'd be watching Freddy Krueger movies, and I'd be like sitting over the couch, and then all of a sudden I'm watching a Freddy Krueger movie. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait for the next Freddy Krueger movie. Some like 6-year-old kid watching Freddy Krueger. Really? Is that good? I don't know if I adjusted properly. No, I'm just kidding. It didn't bother me that much except for one dream. Wasn't necessarily a dream. Kind of more of a nightmare, Tad, I would say. And here was the bottom line part of this dream. John, check this out. I'm basically like running away from Freddy Krueger the entire nightmare. And I'm a kid. And here's the other thing. You ever had this happen? My legs aren't really working. Like, what the? I'm like punching my legs. I'm like, come on, move already, man. And I'll go, I'm like walking like I don't even know. It's like Gumby legs or something, you know? And he started, I've come to get you. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's Freddy Krueger. And he's like, you're gonna die, bitch. And you remember he used to scream like weird stuff? And he had that, like, that face, and he goes like that to me and freaked me the hell out, okay? And he went into my side. Like this with his, he went into the side and I woke up screaming thinking, I said, because in the movie, you die if he gets you. If he kills you in the movie, you die in real life. Thomas, how are you, my friend? So what I did is I made sure that I don't even know what the hell I did. I just freaked out for a little while about that. Chad, is that my man, Chad? How you doing, my brother? So here's the bottom line, guys. If you're going to show me a horror movie, I'm okay with it now because I got to a point where I realized, like, movies are movies. You have to tell yourself that. Like, there's no way that anything like that will really happen unless it really happened. Like, all of that outlandish stuff, like Jason, you know? Sounds kind of like that movie Gamer. Yeah, Gamer, isn't that the one where he basically goes into the game and he's Yeah, same type of thing. You go into the game, you get pulled out, you die while you're in the game. Absolutely same concept. There's been a lot of those types of movies and games, right? Stay Alive. I'm not sure if Stay Alive was the same one. No, but there was one movie where the guy would go in, and if you got killed in the game, you die. It's like Matrix. Dude, they all take the same exact format. Why don't we write a movie right now? Let's create a movie together, guys. Come on, give me some topics here. They're going to make a movie in real time. We're going to formulate a movie on Real Talk tonight. How about that? We've never done that before. I don't even know if I can. I've never written a movie. I've written a couple short films, never did anything with them. I should tell you about my movie Trojan Pizza. This is a pretty funny movie I wrote. I never did anything with, but I should still film. It'd be a lot of fun to do. No, you know what? All of these things need to be brought to light. You need to bring your ideas to the surface, because if you don't, they disappear forever. I used to think about this. Like when I was writing music, I'd write all these songs and I'd say, geez, thank God I have an MP3 recorder. Like one day I'll be gone and all this stuff, my kids, someone down the line is going to open up this MP3 stuff, all my old mini discs. I've got like boxes and boxes of mini discs with just shows, concerts I played over a 10-year period. I recorded everything. And I'll say there's probably a lot of crap there where I'm just like figuring stuff out, figuring out who I am. But there are some really great tracks within. And you won't find them unless you put the time in. I just don't have the time. I mean, I probably do. I should start going through them now. But I'm creating 2 hours of content a day. Is that my man, Dave? Dave, my brother. Listen, guys, we're here. It's crazy. It's going to be an unbelievable night. I'm going to bring Donald Trump back on for a funny bit. Dave, this is just something I do. I do voices. Look, I know we're trying to open
Whoa, man, what do you want to do?
We can't do that one. I tried for 420 the other day to do Cheech and Chong. The problem is they blocked my show. Twice. Was it 3 times? 3 times they blocked the show. No, I had to shut it off because they'll kill me. Hold on, let me make sure that doesn't happen again. I'm taking that off. I got Obama and Trump here. Do you guys want to see that, or do you want to see today's Trump? I think we should do today's Trump. Donald, are you there? Donald?
Mark,
Ooh, hey.
how are you?
I'm good. How you
I
doing?
hope you're having a nice day, Mark.
Always having a nice
So
day.
I gotta tell you, we've been having some doozies in these press conferences. I'm pretty sure that Pelosi is the one who's sending these CNN folk in there with their fake news.
What?
We're dealing with the press. We're dealing with everybody, Mark, but they're not giving Trump a fair shake. This Pelosi, have you seen her? Everything she does, she Peloisons. Peloison.
What?
She's a Peloisoner.
Floyd?
I'll tell you what, Mark.
Oh, my goodness.
You ever heard of Wrath of Trump?
No.
It's a Star Trek movie that's coming out in 2024. I already bankrolled it, Mark. And Peloison is going down.
Peloison.
James Cameron is going to be directing it. Big
Cameron?
league.
Wow.
I got him right after Avatar. Yep. He said, what do you want to do next, Donald? I said, let's do Wrath of Trump. Donald! Look, Mark, I've got to get going now. Melania is calling.
I heard her.
And remember, don't listen to any G-holes and don't take any cookies from Peloison. She is going to Peloison everything. Big league. I'll see you tomorrow, Mark. I'm coming, Melania. She's going to Peloison everybody. Look, if Pelosi gets into office for 2 more years, we're going to have problems. She's going to Peloison people. I think she's going to go to Chinatown and Peloison people. She's going to walk around and say, look, everybody, I gotta actually watch her and do an impression, because I know she kind of drags some words along sometimes. I'm going to figure it out. I haven't watched her ever. I do think that she's an interesting character, to say the least. Let's see who's on there. I see my buddy. Congolato, how you doing, my friend? Subscribe and ding the bell, please, my friend. Just like Tad did. Gamer is the one where people get to control convicts for, like, IRL. Wait a second. Is that the one? What's the one where... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Ready Gamer, whatever. You know that one? With the dude who from... you know what I'm talking about, right? Where he puts on the vest. He lives in a high-rise. This is the future. And he winds up... locking in just like cerebrally the whole future. Ready Set Gamer, I think that's what it's called. Ready Set Gamer.
That was the one I was thinking about. It had that vibe. Ready Player One. That's it. Dad rocked it out. That's the one I was thinking. We're going to do this. Should I save this? Let's share it. That's what I was thinking originally, was Ready Player One. So basically, I think we should get to the music here. I'm going to play you guys a bit. I'm going to play you Obama and Trump. This is after. Did you guys see what happened where Trump came up with the G-hole thing? Here's the bottom line. I'll give you the cliff notes, okay? I really don't like how President Xi told us one thing, and now it's the other. You know, he's been a real G-hole. I'm gonna call him a G-hole to his face. Hey, President G-hole, thanks for taking a pile of G all over us. Oh, I'm just gonna drop some Wuhan all over you. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's just a big pile of Wuhan poop. We call it the Fluhan. That's right, Fluhan. Guess who's winning big league? President Xi. Guess who wasn't about 2 months ago when I dropped a $250 billion new trade deal with China. I did it with China. China was like, what? No way. We're not going to do it. Xi did not want to play at all. And now I'm going to give him a bill for a trill. That's right. Gonna give him a bill for a trill. Oh, hey, President Xi-hole. Here's my bill. Did you hear that yesterday? That was hilarious. Basically, Germany drops a $130 billion bill on China's lap. I imagine that was a pretty interesting conversation or whatever. Maybe it was a fax. Send them the fax. Imagine getting that. You're getting like 130 billion, all those zeros. Imagine Xi's face. Oh, his face, Xi. So Trump said, everybody's calling me racist because I called it the China flu. Because it's from China. It's from China. You know that, right? Everybody's trying to say, oh no, maybe it came from a rock in the middle of Gibraltar. No, it's not from the rock of Gibraltar. It's not from the rock of Gibraltar. Okay? Where it is from is a little place in China called Fluhan. Oh, it's the Wu. No, it's not. It's the Fluhan. It's right there. It's the disease capital of China. They call it Fluhan. They actually have 2 biological labs there where they kind of just formulate different diseases, like things like, I don't know, COVID-19, SARS-2. But whatever. I keep telling you, that's why he calls him a G-hole. Hey, G-hole, you dropped this pandemic on the world? I think he should hire Fauci to be his PR guy. Imagine. Oh my goodness. Guys, we just thought of the best place for Fauci. Fauci should be at the press corps in front of the crowd. They're like, excuse me, Fauci, can you tell us what's going on with the relief and with all of the supplies for the people that at the hospital? Excuse me, are you talking to Fauci? You know you'll need a permit to talk to Fauci. You can't talk to Fauci unless you get okay, unless you got your shots. All right? How dare you? Hey, Kato, remember when that news guy... Yeah, that's right. You want to tell the story? That's right, it's my show. Let me tell you something, okay? You only ask questions when Fauci says it's okay to ask questions, all right, stupid? Fake news. That's what I would do if I was Trump. I'd hire Fauci. Brady, my man, how you doing, buddy? You're never too late, my friend. We only started 39 minutes and 11 seconds ago, okay? So we'll be here for a little bit. I haven't even sat on the BeatSeat yet to play some music for you. That's still coming. So share this to your pages. Let's collect some people together tonight. Let's turn this number into, throw a couple zeros on the end, and let's get going. Donald J. Trump really enjoys a crowd. Guys, you're going to want to bring your family and friends. And guys, check out this guy. He does a really good Trump impression. He does a really good Christopher Walken impression. Hey, why don't you guys come out and we'll hang out together. We'll ask him to do impressions. How about that? Yeah, why don't you do it? Why don't you go on and say, hey, guys, how about you do some Jack Nicholson for us? Well, that's all depending on you. You want Jack? How about I give you Johnny? Huh? You can't handle the truth. Who's gonna give you the truth, huh? You, Lieutenant Caffey? I wake up 90 miles from 3,000 Cubans that want to kill me. Who's gonna protect us, huh? You, Lieutenant Caffey? I love that part. It's so good. Just one more thing before we finish up here. Did you order the Code Red? Tom Cruise, I've never done him before. That's kind of how he sounds. Just one more thing before we finish up here. I know you didn't have Lieutenant Caffey out on the range that night, but did you order the Code Red? I did what I had to do. Did you order the Code Red? I did what I had to do. Did you order the Code Red? You're goddamn right I did! What the hell are you doing? Sir, you're under arrest for penal code. I'm getting the hell out of here. I've done my duty. I'll do it again. I'll rip out your throat and piss down your neck. I can't believe I'm doing the entire scene to A Few Good Men for my man Brady and Tad, and for who's on? My man John is on. That's A Few Good Men right there. I've never done that before. This is my point, guys. Like, throw some others at me. Brady said, I couldn't imagine you after a can of Red Bull. Red Bull. Do you remember who used to do that? Jim Carrey be like, Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull. Hey, it's a Red Bull. You know what I used to love to do is take like a product and just do a commercial on it for 17 hours, just different commercials on the product. And that was always funny for me. Like, let's do something. I wonder, we could power the entire city of New York with that energy. My man, I'm trying to do something to power this world up a little bit. I got something here for you that we can try to do a little bit with. How about this? My kids, they really like this. This is chocolate chewy granola bar. Somehow it found its way into my belly. I don't know. Annie's organic chocolate chewy cereal bars by Menon. I used to love By Menon. I used to just love that at the end of every single commercial. Do you guys remember that? I'd be like, yeah, Speed Stick was the greatest thing to wear when you play basketball. Yeah, I wear my Speed Stick everywhere. By Menon. I'd be like, yes, By Menon. I just want to buy By Menon. Can I buy Menon? Is that possible to buy Menon? No, By Menon is the name. No, I want to buy Menon. I want to go and buy Menon. Is that possible to buy Menon? Sorry, sir, we're not selling Menon. It's By Menon. No, I know, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to buy Menon. Can you help me with this? Sir, I don't think you understand. You don't get it. The product is made by Menon. What? I'm telling you I want to buy Menon. And I'm telling you that the product is made by Menon. No! Who's on first, sir? Holy cow, John. What the hell is going on the Real Talk program tonight? Granola bar. That's what I'm talking about. Brady, when you get a granola bar, it's got to have chocolate chips. If it doesn't have chocolate chips, I'm going to send it back to Annie. Annie, you said organic, chewy chocolate chip. No chocolate chips in my granola bar. I'm lodging a complaint. And like 2 boxes of Annie's organic chewy granola bar. This time, 2 times the chocolate chips. I want double the chocolate chip. Or I'm going to show up at your door. Look, you do it right, or I stab you in the face with a soldering iron. It's Christopher Walken. Look, we're on the Real Talk program, okay, Wednesday night. I have my buddy Donald J. Trump show up at the door. All right. That's him. Open up. I'm sorry, Christopher. I'll send a check immediately. Open the door. Is there any way we can get around this? Maybe we can do something. I'll pay you double, Christopher Walken. Please just tell Donald Trump to leave. Open the door, Sammy. Open it now. If you don't, I'm going to also send Al Pacino to come through the window. Hello? That's him. Oh, okay, I'll open the door. Just tell Al Pacino not to come in. And I'll deal with Trump, okay? I'm so sorry, President Trump. I'm so sorry. I'm here. I have a check. I'll give it to Christopher Walken. Do you want me to write it in his name to Christopher Walken? No, you can write it to Donald J. Trump 2020. That would be helpful. Just another few shekels for my campaign. Melania, another little check. Hold on, Melania. He's talking to me, the little minion. Hold on. I'm sorry, what were you saying there, Sammy? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to have my watchdog take care of that. His name is Dick Face. That's right. Winning Big League, Donald J. Trump. We're going to win Big League every day. All you have to do is tune in. Live every night on the Real Talk program. Did you hear about it? Wrath of Trump. It's coming out 2024. I bankrolled it, baby. That's right. Melania was like, what is this side item here? What did you do? Mike, how are you, buddy? What did you do, Donald? I said, oh, what do you mean? Oh, that side item. Yeah, it's called Wrath of Trump. She said, what is Wrath of Trump? Don't worry about it. Don't worry your pretty little head about that, Melania. That's what I said to her. I said, don't worry your pretty little head about it, Melania. Because it's going to be the greatest film since the Titanic. No, I mean since the actual boat that flew and floated on the ocean and then into the ocean ground. It's going to be just as amazingly historical, I guess. In 1,000 years, they'll talk about the Donald J. Trump Wrath of Khan. It's going to be Star Trek's finest work. Star Trek Wrath of Trump. Oh, Mike, thanks, buddy. You know, I get so excited when I see Mike on and Tad and I see Brady and when you guys show up here and I see John and everybody who shows up, Chad, Thomas. I want you guys to say hello. Get involved because then you become part of the celebrity impressions. Tad, you hear, my friend, from Hell's Heart I strike at thee. What's that from? From Hell's Heart I strike at thee. Who says that? Is that like a walk-in bit? You got to let me know. Or is that may be Al Pacino? Because Pacino played a lot of Shakespeare. He did Richard III a few times. He also played Scarface, okay? Nobody mess with Scarface, okay? I told you one time. You tell me one time, okay? Hey, Manolo. Look at that. Look at the pelican fly, Manny. Fly away, pelican. Okay. Hey, Sosa. I never did nothing to no one that didn't have it coming to him, okay? What, do you think I'm a stooge? Do you think I'm a stoolie? Okay. How about this, okay? Do you want to come? You bring it, man, okay? If not, let's go to work, man, okay? I gotta turn this over. New York, Chicago, LA, we're gonna set a new mark, man, okay? We're gonna take over this entire world, okay? And no one gonna stop me but Sosa, okay? Sosa's the only guy. He gonna send 3,000 hitmen to try to take me out, man. It's okay. I snort the hell out of that freaking table, okay? That table going in my freaking nose, man, okay? He showed up. I said, okay, say hello to my little friend. He gonna fly, man. I'm gonna shoot that thing, okay? I get this one. It's like a bomb, man. Okay, check this out. Oh, okay. Hey, okay. Do you want more? Okay. Oh, look at you, man. Look at you. You're like a horse. Hey, okay. They're going to have to shoot me in the back with a 12-gauge shotgun from a foot away, man. Okay? I ain't going down, man. You can shoot me all you want, man. Okay? I'm staying up, okay? Look at me. Oh, that's all you got, me? Okay. Antonio Montana. Holy cow. That used to be and probably is one of my favorite. Okay. Brady knows. Oh my goodness. Mike, you still trying to sell that house? I thought you had it, my man. The damage is done, Brady. Of course, for some reason, I'm getting a slow down. What's going on? Why is this slow down? You know what? This is all that I take, my friend. Coffee. I do drink 2 of these a day, though. This is my second. I usually make my second at about 6:30. And I think this thing's like, I don't know. This is a big cup of coffee, man. My wife the other day, she goes, you know, I caught you. What the hell are you doing with that huge cup of coffee? Why are you doing that? Why don't you just do something like put it in a coffee cup? Like, no, I don't know how to do that. This is my thing. Try one a day. Brady's funny. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm doing a lot of stuff before and after the show. And I can't if I don't stay caffeinated. I don't drink really anything but coffee. I was thinking about it. Like I used to drink a lot of Coke, Cola, and iced tea, but now I'll just have like maybe one a day, you know? Waiting for Corona to go away. That's right. Well, that's the thing, Mike. Don't go and buy Corona. That was one of the first Trump bits I did. I'm like, I'll tell you what, it'd be a terrible company to own right now, Corona. Who wants to go to a bar and ask for a Corona right now? Oh, what can I get for you, Mike? Oh, quick, I'll have some Corona. What? No, we don't want any Corona. I meant the beer. Oh, sorry, we're not carrying that anymore because the name is racist. What? Well, coronavirus? Corona? It's a racist term to be named Corona anymore. So basically we're saying racist. Oh, that's interesting. They called me racist for saying that it's a China flu because it's from China. Well, they called it the Spanish flu because apparently it was from Spain. Apparently then it came from the United States. But still, they called it a Spanish flu because they thought it came from the Spanish War. I'm just thinking out loud that perhaps it's the China flu. No. It's the Fluhan. Mike, did you hear about the Fluhan? The Fluhan, it's wiping people out, and it's all because President Xi-hole. You know he's a Xi-hole, right? I talked to him 2 weeks ago. I said, President Xi, you didn't let us know what was going on, and you knew? We have documentation now that you were well aware of human to human to coronavirus. Like, why didn't you say anything, Xi? You know, that's really quite a Xi-hole-ish thing to do. Are you a Xi-hole? I think you're a Xi-hole. President Xi-hole. I know. Well, congratulado. Listen, I'm telling you. He says he's not a fan of this coronavirus everyone is talking about. Well, here's the thing, too, man. We're all going through it. And a lot of people are saying it's hype, but I'm seeing a lot of terrible things. A lot of people that are going through it. A lot of people that are dying from it. And I see a lot of people trying to draw a parallel between the amount of people dying from coronavirus, the people who die from the flu, but I don't think it's even close to the same thing. Like, just because someone lives through something doesn't mean that they're not dealing with horror and horrible, side effects between the day they get it and the day they're finally free of it. I've had the flu before, knock on wood, but it's a terrible feeling to have the flu, and you do have to stay hydrated and try to stay positive. It's tough, and you can't eat and all that stuff. You get all that, but then there's more. Like, you can't breathe, and then like you can't eat, and then on top of that, you feel like you're like drowning and all this weird stuff, and then you may need to like have a respirator, or what is it called, a ventilator. But apparently those are killing people. They're not even using those correctly. John's on. John, can you explain to me how is it going that they have these ventilators that are meant to save people's lives. Well, I think I got the answer already. Let me tell you if I'm right. You tell me if I'm right. Bottom line is this. People are still able to breathe, okay? When you use a ventilator when someone can still breathe but they're having a hard time breathing, you're forcing air in. Is this right, John? And then what you're doing is actually hurting the lungs and then causing it to not heal but instead suffer more, and then maybe you cause the body to go into, state of shock or something like that. Mike, I'm going to get to that in a second. So I'm curious about that because I think the bottom line is this. I read something the other day, or saw a YouTube video the other day. I want to know if anybody else saw this. Bottom line is this. One of these, this lady, she's not a doctor at all, but sometimes people have these solutions to problems because they just think, okay? So basically, bottom line is this lady had this idea that everything that this disease poses or shows us is just like altitude sickness. This thing called, you guys ever heard of this? When you're up in Everest or whatever, and if you don't get enough oxygen, you go into this thing called edema. That's it. And the bottom line is, she was like, everything that this coronavirus is showing is just the same stuff that edema does to your body. And she's like, there's a drug that we take, that she takes because she knows about this thing and she happens to be they use it for something else. She said, if you take that, it may be a cure to the coronavirus or a vaccine to the coronavirus because it heals, or it affects people with edema, people who have a shortness of breath, who have a problem gaining air. And I don't know if they're trying that. Who's seen this? Anybody know what I'm talking about here? Because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Mike, let's get back to Mike's comment here. And if someone does know what I'm talking about, like John, let me know. There's basically altitude sickness. There's a drug they use for it in order to prevent edema or whatever it's called. And John, help us out. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Mike said, some LA realtor in East LA, 4.15 million in the dump area, asked if Mexican area, she blocked me. She said I was racist, LOL. I didn't get that fully, Mike. See if you can rewrite that. He said, if you like Jersey Shore, my house is sweet, near beach, 1 hour to airport. Listen, I said this to you before, my friend. I don't have a New Jersey license, but what I would say is I can call a Berkshire Hathaway agent right there by you, and I can get one of my people to go out there and provide you with the greatest service to help you get that place sold for the highest value. The problem is right now, I don't know if Jersey's closed off too. Like New York, you can't sell real estate. You can't even show anything right now. Connecticut's probably getting close to that. And New Jersey, I don't know if you're there. Mike, are they letting you show places? Maybe you as an owner are allowed to show it, but they're not letting realtors work. But that's the thing, the power of a real estate agency like Berkshire Hathaway. Like we have, I think we're the biggest, or one of, I think it's the biggest, but what the hell do I know? And we have a lot of really cool things going on right now. The company does. I really like working for Berkshire. I was at Coldwell for so long. I only knew Coldwell for like 10 years, you know? Yeah, Mike, you're right. It's not a good time to sell, but it is a good time to sell. Here's what I was saying to you guys earlier, and you missed this, Mike. Right now, everybody, just like you and me, Mike, when I get off the air tonight, guess what I'm doing? Well, I'm writing a book right now. I'm trying to get back to that. But I'm going to be on searching for something that's important to me, or something I'm interested in, something I want to learn about to talk about on the show, whatever. And you're going to go and do something. Someone out there, Mike, is going to go out there and go on Zillow, and they're going to be like, ooh, look at this place on the Jersey Shore. This is such a nice place right there. Yeah, Brady, I'm writing a book right now. It's basically real talk. Like what? Brady, you caught this show so far down the line, my friend. Like, I don't do as much of what I was doing for 300 plus days, which is just straight, like, inspirational stuff. Like, just trying to get to the moment, you know, and remind you guys of things. And I'd say a lot of things like, when someone says you can't smile and thank them for the fuel. And if you think about that phrase for 1 second, that's one of my original quotes. when someone says you can't, smile and thank them for the fuel? Hell yes. And I do that all the time now. I do that all the time. Mike says, I don't want Corona people in my life. I don't blame you. Look, I'm just saying. Okay, Brady said you don't casually drop that line without following up. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit about what we're doing with the Real Talk book. So I had this idea last year. I didn't do this, Brady, but I've been live for 478 days in a row. And my thought last year was to go at the end of the 365 to take all the recordings, bring them into like Microsoft Word, like transcript version, and then edit them all down into 365 chapters essentially, but just days. And each day I had a different life lesson. I had like a different philosophy we got into. One day was when someone says you can't smile and thank them for the fuel. Another one was a smile has an energetic value that costs $0 to the currency holder. I remember when I came up with that, the day I wrote that, and my son said to me 2 days ago, he goes, Daddy, are you still writing those quotes? And I'm like, no, not really. He goes, you should do that again. That was really cool. And he's right, because the stuff I came up with was like, it's where we need to be thinking. When someone says you can't smile and thank them for the fuel. There are so many people around us that don't want us to succeed. They want to try to keep us down, suppress us from our greatest. And we don't want that to happen. We want to try to elevate our best self to the surface, okay? We got to somehow find the confidence to bring our greatest self to this world. And it doesn't happen unless you hit a lot of pitfalls, unless you get stopped along the way many times. But when you get to where you know you're going, the world around you may not see it, but when you get to where you know you're going, the accomplishment that you'll feel is well worth it. The gratitude that you had faith in self to continue on will be more than worth it. And when you look at the people who did not believe in you, and you just have that just natural smile on your face because you earned everything that you are, then it will be the thing that you most value in your life. And I can tell you as a guy who's at part 1 there, just driving towards something I see, that I could see the future and where one day I will look back and say, I made it, and thank God I didn't give up. I knew I wouldn't give up, but thank God I just kept driving. And we're here now. And thank you for all the fuel people. Thank you for all that fuel. You should change this. You should do that. Maybe you should do a 20-minute show instead of a 2-hour show, because people you want them to want to see you. You don't want them to be like, okay, I got enough of this guy. I got enough of him for the next month. And you know what? You may. But at the end of the day, what I can tell you is that every day is different. We're here. We never talked about movies until tonight. We're talking about whatever the hell we're talking about right now tonight. So we're always talking about the moment, all right? Brady, Congletto, I appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to tell you a little more about the book because I think the book is going to be pretty cool. So the book would have been like this everyday journey, okay, over a 365. What I'm instead doing now is I'm just writing. I'm just taking a lot of the stories that we've gotten into over the last year plus, and I'm just bringing them to life on paper. And a lot of the stories, like one of them I'm telling is about the priest in my life, one of my mentors. So I'll tell you the story right now. I had a mentor when I was 16 years old. He was a priest. And I was part of this thing called Young Life. You guys ever heard of Young Life before? Young Life is like a religious get-together for a school. Like they had it when I was like a freshman when I started doing this. Freshman through senior year, I was part of Young Life. Loved it. And what was cool about this, I realized this, it was real talk. It was real talk. A bunch of kids getting together, smiling, laughing, playing songs, singing Brown Eyed Girl, singing songs to feel like an elevated feeling of happiness, right? In a room together. And then you'd have a scripture at the end with the priest. The priest would come in. This priest was amazing. Now, I've met one police officer in my life where I was like, that police officer is here to help me. Every other policeman, well, a couple now that I've met that I've felt that, because now I guess as someone who's 42, you have a different feeling. As someone who's 18 or 22, you have a different feeling towards police officers. But I remember I would say there's this one police officer who blows my mind, okay? And then same thing, there's one priest that his sermons would always get me. Every time I had a conversation with him, he gave me straight real talk. And he was the priest of our church, and every Thursday we'd get together for Young Life, and he would come to these get-togethers. We'd sing Brown Eyed Girl, and we're up there, we're connecting, and all of a sudden he'd come out there and he'd drop a sermon on us. You know, like the time Jesus went from here to there, and this lesson. And I just remember connecting to this priest so much and wanting to continue seeing him every Sunday at Mass. Well, guess what? He was transferred from my parish to another parish in a neighboring town. They needed him. And God, were they lucky, because he was the greatest priest I ever met. I was like, this is like the holy guy, one holy person I've ever met. So fast forward 11 years, maybe even more. I think it was 13 years. I'm sitting down for dinner for the first time with my wife. We have this great conversation. Now, what I loved about my wife and why I believe I married her the moment I realized like she was there, I held on to her, I never let go. I asked her to marry me within 6 months. We were married within a year. Okay, that's something. I never had that happen in my life before, but I was so connected to how amazing she was. And what she did most of all is challenged me in order to be myself and to also, I guess just the conversations we had were so amazing. First things we were talking about were our mentors. We're having a bite to eat discussing our mentors. And she said, you know, this is one of my mentors. Do you have anybody that you could think of? And I mentioned this father, Kevin. This guy was unbelievable. And man, did I have this like connection to this guy. I lost track with him. And I lost track of him. And I wish I could find him now, because I would love to go and watch his sermons. I just remember everything he said was magical. And she's like, oh, I have a priest in my family. That's pretty cool. So one of your mentors was a priest. I said, yeah, but I kind of lost my connection to all of that because of him. When he left, I was like, everything else seemed to me more about energy. It seemed about the way we treat each other and helping each other. And that is what you do in order. Here's one of my topics to my book, buddy. One of my subjects, Brady, is soulfillment. And my wife was like, what's soulfillment? And I said, well, it's a word I made up. Just like I make up every fluhan, whatever, all these words I'm making up. But, and Brady, did you see? Brady, you came up with a Peloison. We used it in the bit tonight. I got to play it for you. But I came up with this word soulfillment. And my concept behind it, and there's a full chapter on this in my book, is when you go out of your way to help someone, when you go out of your way to be there for someone and to give of yourself in order to bridge a gap or be the connection for someone, to create a new pathway for somebody else, when you do that, you get something called soulfillment. Your soul fills. And there's a meter in that soul you don't even realize. The more you do for people, the more you fill your soul. You're not even trying to do it. You're not doing it for that reason. It's the natural reaction. It's the energetic value of giving. The energetic value of giving is that you get soulfillment. The key here is, again, you're not trying to get anything. You're just trying to help. You're just trying to be. And this is what I've been doing here for 478 is I just want you guys to find the light in this world. I want you to find the greatest of everything. And I just want to help you do it however I can. And so, like you said, my brother, if I could be the energy that helps you guys connect to that, then God bless. That's what I'm here to do. If I can be the funny guy who makes you laugh and help you forget about something you had to deal with that day, then I'm excited to do that as well. If you're the guy who just wants to be inspired, we're doing a heck of a lot of that as well. So, but I do want you to know that I appreciate you guys so much. And this show is nothing without you. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, it's going to grow because of Brady. It's going to grow because of Mike. It's going to grow because, you guys tell people about it. And Completo, when you guys are going to tell people, Congolato, I keep saying that wrong. Congolato. You got to tell me what your real name is so I can say that. It's a little tough. But it's going to be because of you guys. When you start telling other people, like, hey, I'm going to be on at 10:30. You guys should join me on this program. And I have a Discord app. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. I pretty much have a Discord page if you guys want to chat there and connect with each other. So let me know. I can pass that link over on the feed for you guys to lock into. So we should do that going forward. But I want to play this for Brady. Did I? Is this Discord? Should I sell to your sister's friend? Mike, you're still talking about that. Yeah, sell to your sister's friend if you can get some decent money. Unfussy, what's up, buddy? Thanks for coming back. So good to see you, Fuss. Fuss is the good stuff right there. Congliado. So you know Congliado? Congliado. I got it now. Hey, Congliado. Hey, it's Congliado, everybody. Hey, guys, come on over. It's Congliado. Oh, guys. You want me to get the Discord going for you? Hold on a second. I think I have it here. Let me see if I can find it. It should be on my page here. I wonder if I can just minimize this and not shut anything down. Let me find my Discord and I'll drop you guys the, and then somebody can go in there and mess around with it and get it like looking right. Cause I had somebody on there doing it for a little bit and I haven't really gone on lately. Where the heck is it? It used to be right here on my desktop, or is it? Hold on. Here we go. Hey guys, here's the Discord. Let's see what we got over here. All right, so the Discord, where are we? Invite people. Can I do that? How do I use the copy button? All right, I'm going to try to do this. It says that it's a hidden thing. I don't know what's going to happen here when I do this, guys. Check this out. We're going to try it. Check this out. Here's our Discord server, if it works. Congliado! Did that work? What are the letters on the back of the Discord? Conjulato? Wait, now you're getting me messed up, Brady. Conjulato. It worked. Awesome. Okay, Unfussy's in. Go over to the Discord app, guys. I don't know if that came up over here on our Facebook page, but I dropped it everywhere. Congilato. Hey, can we get Congliado to give us how can he do this spelling correctly? Congalato. It's Congalato. Okay, so Discord is basically like a community. You guys can go on there and you could chat together during the Real Talk show. You could be like, hey, isn't this a cool topic or whatever. It's just a place for you guys to connect and chat offline. And I'm not sure, maybe Unfussy can explain what the benefits are, if there's a way to somehow bring it into the program here. I'm not sure if there's a way I can bring this into the program. Let's see. I'm going into the page now on Discord. Let's just see what comes up. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know how it works. Maybe you could tell us, Unfussy. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you. I'm going to play you something real quick because Brady, it's a Spanish word, though I'm not Spanish or anything. Congliado. I love it, brother. Okay. Congalado said it's a Spanish word, though I'm not Spanish or anything. Okay. So what does congalado mean? I bet you it means music. It means soulful music. Soulful music. Is that right? I don't think that's what it means at all, but I'm conga. I'm like, it's something to do with dancing music. You can do a lot of stuff with Discord. Well, cool. Unfussy, let us know how we can incorporate it into the show because I don't totally get it. Uh-oh. Frozen? What's frozen? Oh, it means frozen? Congalado means frozen. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Congalado. Is that how you say it? Congalado? Actually, I have to try to put my Spanish on real quick. Hold on a second. Ese, picota, marrata, meseta, camanato, chuchota, quinienetero. You got knocked up. Yeah, man. Do anybody, guys. Literally $20. You can have a celebrity impression done. Faceswap. Just go to markpiresrealtalk.com. I'm going to give you the link right here, okay? And you guys can support this program as well by ordering a Faceswap. That's supporting this program. But I'm also going to do a killer Faceswap for you, so it's going to be well worth it. And I'm also doing songs. I'm creating songs for people, which is pretty cool. Voice channels, about pages with your stuff. Can use a bot to do polls over Discord. Wow. You can pretty much do anything with the help of bots. That is pretty cool. So then I have to figure out how to do it, right? Do I have to figure out how to do it on Fussy? Like, how do I get that to fly? I'd love to start figuring how to incorporate this, get more like connection going behind the scenes, because I can't be always on, but I want to be there somehow. Be like, hey, I have a question for Mark. Let's do this in real time. Like, yeah, what up? Let's do it. You know, in a perfect world, it would be nice to be on all the time, you know, all day, throughout the day. Do you do parties? Hell yeah, I'll do parties. I'll do anything, buddy. Listen, here's the thing about what I do. If I bring my BeatSeat and I bring my guitars, it's a wrap. We do a real talk show with music. We get into this thing. We get celebrity impressions going. We're just talking real. And then we're ripping it up on the BeatSeat. How could you go wrong? You can't. Oh, my goodness. Hell yeah, do parties. Yeah, Mike, I would totally do, especially down there on the Jersey Shore. You know what I would do? I'll tell you what. I would be a dual thing for me. I would go down there and play your party, and then I would go to Obco to go and get my strawberry iced donuts from Obco. Greatest donut shop on the planet, guys. If you've never been to Obco before, you are missing something. And it's a magical place. I think that those donuts used to replicate a feeling of heaven. No, seriously, probably the greatest donut I've ever had in my life. It was a cinnamon donut with strawberry icing on the top, not strawberry frosting. We're all used to strawberry frosted donuts. No. This is like strawberries crunched up in a plate and then sugar all over it. And then let's put it all over the top of that cinnamon. And it was warm too. They were like right out of it. They just fresh donuts. Oh, cool. I'm going to check the resources site and see how it goes. Thank you very much, Unfussy. You rock. And if there's anything you could do to help or you want to get involved and connect with people there, just guys, hook up with Unfussy over there and you guys could get into it. But yeah, basically I think that's part of this too, Mike, is I'm going to be doing a lot of parties, a lot of just, they could be virtual, especially right now. But then on top of that, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff where Real Talk is booked. Whether it's for a party, whether it's for a keynote, whatever it is, I'm going to kind of get there and just put a show on and try to connect with people. And I realize that when you get to a point where you've accomplished something, then people are more interested in hearing what you have to say. That's the bottom line. Right now, the point is I'm just going to keep driving and doing what I do. You guys sell and fall. You're funny. Brady, I'm sorry, buddy, but that is the greatest donut on the planet. You are alive in the legal states. We have munchies. Do not tempt me with food. You're funny. No, I want a donut. I'll tell you what, that donut is worth it. You should drive there. Where are you, Brady? Where do you live again? Are you in Jersey? Go down there. It's in Toms River, New Jersey, Route 37. It's like 10 minutes from the seaside, from Seaside Heights. So worth it. You got to go. And if you go, shoot me a picture of it, all right? Oh, it's funny, I called them about maybe 2 years ago, and I was like, can I pay you to send me a dozen? And the guy was like, what? I was like, yeah, I live in Connecticut. I'm not going to drive down. I'm not going to drive down to New Jersey for a dozen donuts, 2 hours. I've been tempted before. I have. I've been tempted to get in the car, drive down to Obco, right, Mike? I go down to Toms River, get my Obco, and go home. I'm going to do it one day. I don't even know if they're open during all this. That's the thing. But like this would be the time, right? To get in the car, drive down to New Jersey. We're taking a ride, kids. Where are we going, Dad? Don't worry about it, kids. Where are we? No, we're at a place called Obco. That's great. Can I take a pee? Nope, we're going home. What? Huh? Wait, can we stop here? No, we got coronavirus. We're just going. Well, what did we go all the way down there for? Do you see that box of donuts in the back right there? Yeah. There you go, kid. Hey! That's going to be an amazing day. You were on Jersey Shore, Mike? Mike knows Obco. Jersey Shore, Toms River. Best donuts in the world, okay? I'll tell you a funny story. You guys want to hear an hilarious story? I I want to say like 5th grade, maybe, yeah, 5th grade. And there's this, you ever had friends you were friends with for like a day or maybe like a couple weeks, and then you were just kind of like, I don't really like that guy, you know, like there were, you're hilarious. Brady said, send me a dozen and I'll give you a brain check. Write any number down, literally any number, I'll pay it. You're so funny. They close early at 1 p.m. You know what? You're so right. I remember my father said that he would go and they would be sold out. He'd go and be like, oh, sorry, they were sold out of your favorite today. So I got the vanilla. I'm like, the vanilla's good because it's vanilla on top of that cinnamon. It was very good, but nothing like the strawberry. I'll tell you. Mike, have you ever tried that one? Yeah, Seaside was so cool. I used to go to the Seaside before it, you know, fell apart in that hurricane. But when we were kids, we used to go there. So this is my story about Seaside Heights. I think I was in 5th grade. I'll call it 5th grade, maybe 6th, okay? And I had this kid that I just like, he befriended me, I'd say, okay? He's like, hey, do you want to come over this weekend? And I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, like a sleepover. You want to come over, sleep over on Friday night? Whatever it was. I'm like, sure, okay. So I go to this kid's house, and we're in Seaside Heights. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. I didn't even know anybody down there, really. I used to go to the beach, but I didn't know anybody who had a place down there. And he's like, we're in class together, you know, and he's like, oh, yeah, you want to come over? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I go there thinking like, okay, cool, we're going to have dinner with his family and whatever. No, we're there alone. Like, I don't know how the hell this happened. I'm in this house alone with this kid. We're both like 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds. And this is the thing. He's like, oh, we don't have any, I don't have any food except for bread, butter, and raspberry jelly. And I've got this little, you know, these little, you close it and it makes a sandwich like a little Hot Pocket. So we're making butter, red raspberry jelly, Hot Pocket sandwiches on that little George Foreman-ish type of thing. 6-year-old, whatever, 6th grade. Yeah, that's us. And on Seaside Heights, all alone, okay? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the hell's going on? When are the parents coming back? They didn't come back. The next morning, he's like, hey, you want to go and burn stuff? I was like, I gotta never see this dude again. He's putting fire, like a lighter fluid on the ground, burning stuff. I was like, what the hell is going on with this? I never saw that dude again. But it was the weirdest thing in the world. Oh, Brady said, back to the food. What the hell is this? Okay, so Obco. Brady, where are you? Where do you live? Panini press. That's what it is on Fuss. The panini press. I'm making this panini press. Here's the thing. For a little while, I got so sick of raspberry and butter. We put butter and raspberry jelly on these things. And then you're toasting the outside. Because it's a panini press, you had to put butter all over the outside as well so it didn't stick to the thing. And it was just so, ugh. And it was just weird and gross. You're in Kentucky, Brady? Whereabouts? I went there once. Where did I go? A little close to Lexington. I went to Cave City. Cave City, Kentucky. That's right. I went up to the hills there in Cave City. That's right. That was when I think I went on tour the first time. No, maybe not. I'm not sure. Anyway, we start digging into the past, my friend. No. Oh, you're so funny. Yeah, dude, Mike. Yeah, I was there with Firestarter alone. And I don't know how the hell this happened. I still don't know where the hell his parents were. You're in LaGrange, Kentucky. All right, I'm not sure where that is, my brother. But I do know I went there to Kentucky. It was very nice. And I was also in Cincinnati, Ohio. Isn't that right over the border? Did I go to Ohio as well? From Kentucky? I'm trying to feel like I went from like Cincinnati or right over the border to Kentucky for some reason. But I'm not really sure. Anyway, there's so many great parts of this country that I never had a chance to really see. I wish I did a lot more traveling than I did. And I wish I traveled the world more than I did. I always said that was one of the things I wanted to do, was to like see a little bit of everything. I wanted to go to New Zealand. I wanted to go to China. I want to go and sit on the Great Wall of China. Look, I'm here on the Great Wall. It's not that great, actually. Maybe the feet was great back then, but Trump can build a better wall. Have you seen my wall? Big league. My wall was built by the Trumpers. Whenever Trump does anything, it's big league.
We're going to fix the problem. We're going to drain the swamp. That's what we're doing in the next 4. Everybody says, what are you doing for the next 4 years, Donald? I said, well, I did everything else that I said I'd do. So now I'm going to drain the swamp. Oh, you're going to create this pandemic in order for me to lose my footing? Okay, big league. Big league. But I think the problem is, this is the bottom line, okay, guys? There's a silent majority in this country of people who see the truth, and then there's a facade that's being created by the negatube. The negatube. They're there to bring us out of our reality, to freak us out, to make us think there's no way to get through this day without them. You know, it's bigger government, all these crazy things we don't need. You know, what we need to do is to stay safe right now, yes, but I think what we really need is some truth out there. Todd knows what I'm talking about. We need some freaking truth out there. Like, why can't we just look at the truth for what it is? Why can't we look at what's going on and say, yeah, you know what? We could have done better here. We could have done this. We could have done that. But no. We point fingers. This is a country of pointing fingers. Oh, well, why didn't you lock down everything earlier? Well, why didn't you do this? You should have done better. You should have warned us. When you heard on January, well, why didn't you? Like, these are the same people that were calling it Chinese flu, the Chinese flu, the flu from Wuhan, the Wuhan flu. You could see every single newscaster has said that. But as soon as the president said something, everybody went after the guy. I just think it's such hypocrisy. And I don't get it. It's, Unfussy knows what I'm talking about. I don't get it. I mean, honestly, I just feel like we are so smart as a people. Like, you are so smart. Are they really fooling you? Are you fooled? I mean, I do see a lot of people that are absolutely believe the opposite. And they'll say like, oh my goodness. And like, I don't understand how any single human being could say, you know what, it's really a smart idea to put Joe Biden up against Trump. What the hell? And this is the only reason why I'm starting to believe that this coronavirus may be created by the Democrats. I don't know. I'm starting to think, like, what the heck? If you think about what's going on here, it's not even by the Democrats. It's really by President Jihol. Jihol did it. I told Jihol, I said, look, you better come straight with us, Jihol. I need to know. When did you know what I now know? What I should have known when I didn't know. And now I know and I shouldn't. What I should know, Xi, is why you are the big league Jihol. You are a Jihol to the 10th. How about that? Jihol to the 10th. That's what I'm calling you. I'll tell you what, next time I come to China, I'm going to drop a big pile of Jihol on you. I don't even know what the hell it is. How's Corona in Connecticut? It's pretty bad here. My wife was just saying 121 new cases or new deaths in Connecticut yesterday. That's scary. They knew before it started. Well, I keep thinking this. Here's my question. I don't watch the news, okay? But for a guy who doesn't watch the news to see that the world was freaking out when right at the beginning of this, the crazy president shut down the border to China. I remember when that happened, though. Do you guys know what happened when Donald J. Trump said, we're shutting down the border to China. We're not going to let the people from China, from Wuhan, come into the United States of United States of America. No. They're not coming in. We're not letting it happen, Mark. No. We're going to stop them at Kennedy Airport and say, you got to go back to China. We're not taking any Chinese. We don't want any Chinese. Just Chinese food. I like some Kung Pao, please. Can I have some Kung Pao chicken and maybe some egg foo young? I would really like some cream of some young guy. You guys remember that when we were kids? Mike, do I ever do stand-up?
I would. I'm starting to think about it. I never really went up on stage to do stand-up specifically, but I'm thinking about just going up there and just be Trump or something. Or go up there and be Christopher Walken. Be like, guys, what are you doing? Thanks for having me in this Just Factory. Who knew that Christopher Walken would show up? Who knew that Christopher Walken would walk in to do a set at this Just Factory? Perhaps his friend Al Pacino could stop by. Whoa, we're at Stress Factory. Whoa, I'm going to have my friend Donald Trump come down now. Okay, we're at the Stress Factory, Mike. Big league. What? How did you... First of all, hold on a second, Mike. Let me just tell you something. I'm going to say this is your thing. How do you know about New Canaan, first of all? Did I mention New Canaan? Because that's where I work. I work in New Canaan. Big league. Mike. Okay, Mike said, my ex-girlfriend lived in New Canaan. Met her at the ice skating rinks years ago. Do they still have a movie theater in New Canaan? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate it. I am only here trying to provide some light in this dark world. I had Pence over last night. Pensy. Yeah, Pensy came over. I said, hey, Pensy, why don't you come over for a beer? I don't drink, but maybe I could have a birch beer. Do you mind, Pensy? I said, sure, Mr. President, I'll come right on over. And when Pensy came over, we just had a laugh. We just laughed about the press conferences. Have you seen these press conferences? They're big league funny. I'll be up there. I'll be like, yep, we're flattening the curve. And get Dr. Fauci. He's going to come up here and talk to us about the numbers. Dr. Fauci. Tony, come on up here real quick, Tony. Here you go. Oh, thank you, Mr. President. Look, we are doing well. We're starting to flatten the curve, but we still need to be more stringent about how we go forward with opening up the businesses in the country going forward. We're going to have to figure out how to test people more regularly and make sure we are able to keep people that are sick away from the ones that are not. Thank you very much, Dr. Fauci. And did you want to say something about my competency? I know earlier you were talking about me being a sane genius. Did you want to mention that again? No, sorry, Donald. I didn't remember saying that specifically. I think I did say something about how you did make sense on one point that had something to do with a fact. Oh, okay. That's sort of close to where you said sane genius. Big league. I'm Sleepy Joe Biden. I'm coming out fighting. I'm going to come out and I'm going to take Donald Trump down. I'll be the president. Sleepy Joe, are you there? Hello? Sleepy Joe. I cannot believe you, Sleepy Joe. You called me? You want to start a fight with the Donald? What are you thinking? Do you know how that ends? It ends with your arms off in the square. That's right. The whole world is going to tune in when we pull a Braveheart on you. Braveheart. Oh, we're pulling his limbs off in the square. Big league. Oh, you should narrate the Morgan Freeman bio in these 400 voices. Oh, my goodness. That would be hilarious. Why does he have oh, my goodness, Morgan Freeman. I could do Morgan Freeman as well. I have never done Morgan Freeman before. I guess I just have to try for a few minutes. You know, he's in, what's that movie that he did that was so good? How about every movie? Look, I'm God. I'm going to work on some Morgan Freeman. That's a good one. That's a guy I haven't never thought of doing again. Sleepy Joe can't win. Look, I'm going to beat Donald Trump down to the lottery. I'm going to beat his pants off. And my Aunt Judy told me once before. I love his stories about Aunt Judy. Have you guys seen that? I was at my Aunt Judy's. And she said, you know, Joe, you got to give it to that Trump. You got to tell him where the sun don't shine. Like, well, it doesn't shine on you, Joe. Have you seen your skin tone? I'm a little bit close to orange, but you look like a piece of white bread. Have you ever compared yourself to Wonder Bread? Curious, you may be lighter than white Wonder Bread. Joe. Joe, hello. Are you still with me, Joe? I'm talking to you. Joe, don't be rude, Joe. Joe, open your eyes while I'm speaking to you. Joe, hello. Oh, I'm sorry, Donald. I was just writing a new book. Oh, you were writing a book while you slept? That's right. It's a new technique that we learned in Vietnam. I learned it in 1317 in Indochina. Whoa. Okay. I'm a little lost now, Joe. Did you just say that you were in Indochina? No, I'm sorry. I was when I met Genghis Khan. Oh, even better. Joe met Genghis Khan. Oh, that's great. What did he like on his dead civilian? Oh, my goodness. Tommy the Guns. Tommy, how you doing? Tommy Two Guns is on. Hey, Tommy. Hey, Tommy, I'm gonna tell you a story, all right? I was at the debates. It was the craziest thing in the world, Tommy Two Guns. I'm there at the debates, and I'm like, oh, who's gonna win? Trump? Who's gonna win? Sleepy Joe? It was the greatest debate I ever saw in my life. They came out swinging. So we want to ask you tonight, Mr. President, if you win another 4 years, how will you get this country back on track? Well, I don't know. How about look at the first 4 years and say, big league. Okay, and how about you, Mr. Biden? What would you do in order to try to bring this country out of this recession that we've managed to fall into because of the coronavirus that President G-hole dropped onto our world? Well, I'll just tell you what I will do and what I won't do. And then how about we start there and you tell me how that sounds? Okay, that sounds okay, Joe. Okay, well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite the laws on child abuse and write the laws on slavery, and we're not going to have any laws on voting for women until we get to the second term. Joe, those things have all been kind of taken care of over the last 100 years. What are you talking about, Joe Biden? Well, we're going to try to bring these territories together. We're going to call ourselves the United States of America. Joe, are you really losing it? I cannot believe that you're talking like this, Joe. Joe, this is not 1776, and we're writing up the Constitution, okay? It's been there forever. We're trying to keep the country together, Joe. Keep your crap together, man. Big league. Oh, my goodness. Let's see what my buddy Tommy said. Oh, thanks, Tommy Two Guns. Oh, Robin Williams. Oh, I loved Robin Williams. I think Robin Williams was brilliant. I'm so sad that he's no longer with us. But I think the only thing I used to do is Robin Williams would be like, oh, that's Robin Williams. He used to do like crazy stuff, but I used to do a lot of physical comedy. That was really my thing. Kramer, I did Jim Carrey. I used to do a lot of Jim Carrey, but it would be like just the stupid Ace Ventura stuff back in the day. I just love impressions. I really love the voice, getting into it. And I think it would be fun to take this idea of the Real Talk show out on the road, where it's just like this variety show concept where we're chatting. Oh, thank you, Mike. I really appreciate it. Do it, please. Look, I totally would. Here, Tommy Two Guns, check this out. You can go to, I don't know if this shows up on Twitch. If you go to markpiresrealtalk.com, just type it like this, markpiresrealtalk.com, you can order a personalized Faceswap. So any of these voices, if you like one, you could just be like, hey, I want you to call my girlfriend, Jill. She's a huge fan of Jack Nicholson. And can you just call her and tell her that, that you're going to come over and take her out during this quarantine? Just like, I don't know, just do something. Yeah, I do need an agent. You're right, Mike. If you know anybody, because you're right. I don't have the ability to figure out how to take the show where it needs to go. But if somebody knows how to put me in contact with someone, I'd appreciate that. But I'd love to call your girlfriend and say, it's Jack. How about I come and take you out for this quarantine? It's Johnny. MarkPiresRealTalk.com. Check it with the Real Talk. Throw the Real Talk at the end. And there's two things we're offering now. The first thing is the celebrity impressions. So that's anything. Like really, if you want a Morgan Freeman, I got to go and do that. But we can create literally, I was thinking about some of the voices that we have been doing that are really funny that nobody really does. Like, I still think Richard Dreyfuss is one that's really funny. Like, who does Richard Dreyfuss? I've never seen anybody go around and be like, it's Richard Dreyfuss. Oh, Tommy, check it out. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really hoping to start getting people to say, you know what? I'll do that. I'd love for you to call my best friend Richie, right? Richie's been down on his luck lately. You know, this coronavirus, he can't even get back to work. Last time I talked to him, he was really down. You know, it would be pretty cool if you called Tommy as Andrew Dice Clay. Can you do that? And you're just like, hey, it's Dice. I'm just checking on you. Yeah, I could do that. Hey, Tommy, it's Andrew Dice Clay. Look, I got a story for you. Jack and Jill went up the hill, both with $1.25. Jill came down with $2.50. Freaking her. Am I on Cameo? I wish that they would. I don't know. I sent them an email a while back. I was like, look, I'd love to do Cameo. And nobody got back to me. So I'm like, I'm doing my own Cameo now. It's on markpiresrealtalk.com. You can book any character. You can just be like, hey, I want you to call my boss, Jim. He loves or he hates Donald Trump. Can you call Jim and tell him that you're going to be slapping like an extra tax on his company? And you're calling him specifically to let him know it's this new thing you're doing, like whatever. And I'll be like, hi, Jim, it's Donald J. Trump. Look, I'm calling all small business owners directly. I just have to let them know that things are tough out there, but we need more money. I need more for my campaign, actually, Jim. So what we're doing is charging you an extra tariff. It's not a big one, though, Jim. Just 37% of all your profit. So don't worry. We'll send you the bill, and I hope you have a great day. This is Donald J. Trump. Melania, I'll be right there. Just put Barron in for a tub. Okay, sorry, Jim. See you soon. Bye-bye. And that would be a funny thing to get if my name was Jim. So really the best thing about doing this is that they're all like in the moment, you know? So if anybody knows someone at Cameo, let them know. I'd love to go on and just be hired to do every impression that they don't have a cameo of. I thought about that. I'm like, you can do Cameo and you could have Brett Favre come out. Brett Favre, I just wanted to say, hope you're doing really great on this day that it's quarantined. I'm like, what the hell? Who wants to see that dude? Oh, it's Brett Favre. Yeah, I used to throw the football. I'm like, what the? Are you kidding me? How about get the guy who could sound like Brett Favre and then just take Brett Favre's face and you spend $20 instead of $150 and it'll be funnier. Hey, it's Brett Favre. This is another cameo. I just wanted to, hold on. I got a popcorn in the microwave. I'll be right back. And then we'll finish this cameo. Like, I want to do stupid, funny stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, how cool would it be to just take it like to the extreme? Just be like, hey, you know, can you do me a favor? And I want you to call my uncle as Rodney Dangerfield. We know Rodney's gone. You know, hey, Uncle Phil, I told you. That's kind of Dice. Dice is doing, hey, oh. Let me just think of one of the lines from Caddyshack. That's the best I could do. Hey, Whitey, where's the hat? I got to do, you know what he's doing? He's like, hey, your wife is something. Before electricity. No, I'm still doing Dice. I'm not hearing Rodney right now. I used to do Rodney when I was a kid. I just can't think of him at the moment, though. Anyway, when you have all these voices going through your head, sometimes you just get lost. Can you do Bruce? Which Bruce? Bruce? I'm gonna get a good one for Rodney. Let me think about Rodney real quick. You wrecked my anchor. That's close, but not really that good. Which Bruce are you asking for? I gotta think about which Bruce you're thinking of. I have an uncle named Bruce. Is that why you're asking if I could do a Bruce? Let me see. I could say something for a Bruce for you. And who do you want it to be of, though? It's got to be a character. Who do you want it to be? Who should be the character calling Bruce? Scarface. Hey, Bruce. Hey, Bruce. I told you I wanted the anti-gun. I wanted the bulletproof glass, Bruce. Hey, Bruce, why'd you give me a Porsche without bulletproof glass, homie. Bruce S. He was on TV tonight. Bruce S. Bruce Springsteen? It was a Saturday night, I was in Jersey, and we were playing in the rain. Of course I could do Bruce. The question is, can I do Bob Dylan? Well, we were going down the road. I was waiting for the toad to go across the street. And then he said, whoa, ribbit, ribbit. Bruce, that's the boss. That's what I thought you were saying. The Springsteen. And Julie was out for dinner at night. We wondered if we'd get it, feeling all right, and then the rain came. That's kind of like Bruce, right? Never done Bruce before, but I think that's pretty much how he sounds right there. Like, I think it's funny to do voices of people too, like singers. So that's another thing we haven't really done much of, right? We could just do a different singer each time and try to mimic that voice. We should do Springsteen. Just create a song of Springsteen. When the diamond comes up from the charcoal, you break down. Who else should we do, guys? Bruce Springsteen. I can't believe I just did Bruce Springsteen. Hey, listen, Tommy Two Guns, I appreciate you. Please do me a favor. Go to YouTube, subscribe, and ding the bell over there. Everybody here. And I think my man John is the only one who was on with me. I love you, John. You are the man. Yeah. John, I totally appreciate you. Again, another heart full of passion and love for all the first responders, for John specifically, and for everybody that's out there doing what they can in order to bring us through this horrific nightmare that we're living through and putting themselves in harm's way day after day, night after night, while you and me stay safe. And thank you, John. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I really want you guys to know that, like, especially all of you out there that are doing this, like how much you mean to me. I'm going to keep showing up every day in order to show my appreciation to you, and hopefully to connect with everybody else out there who's looking for something, and to make people laugh, and to do some Bruce Springsteen on the Real Talk show. Like, we can get into it, guys. Someone just has to say a couple things, all right? So wait, did I play the bit for, is Brady, are you still here? I got to see. I don't think I played this for you guys yet. I'm going to play this for you. If Brady's here, I got to play it for you. Brady, just give me some love. Let me know you're here, my friend. And if you are, we're playing this. John's seen this twice already. I'm sorry, John, but we got to watch it because Brady came up with this. He helped me come to this title. Okay. It started with a thought. All right. I don't know if Brady had to leave, but hopefully he'll come back on soon. Brady, if you get back on here, say hello. So basically, here's the concept. I'm going to remind you, I'm going to play the Obama and Trump bit, okay? And that's going to give me a chance to fill my coffee cup too. So, here's the deal. Donald J. Trump is out of his freaking mind. Yesterday, he says, oh, if you get a plate of cookies from Nancy Pelosi, it's poisoned. It's got Pelosi poison on it. And here is what Brady said. Brady said, you mean Peloison? And when he said it, the alarm bells went off in my head. And of course, we had to create a new bit, guys. And it's because of Brady. Brady said Peloison. And now, if you think about it, Nancy Pelosi, she Peloisons everything. Everything she touches turns to Peloison. Ew. Ew. Oh, I really want Brady to pop back on because I think he was the one who came up with this. Let me for now do this, so maybe he'll come back onto the air. I'm going to play this bit for you guys. This is really, really cool, okay? This is officially, let me make sure. Yeah, this is Obama and Trump, okay? But I think this is me introducing Obama and Trump. Check this out.
Donald, it's Barack Obama.
Oh, hi, Barack.
I was with Michelle, and I heard a comment. Did you call President Xi a Xi-hole?
Yes, I did. I did call him a G-hole.
It's President G-hole as far as I'm concerned. Why is that a problem?
Yeah, Donald, that's not good diplomacy. Look, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job.
I'll tell you what, Barack. I have nothing to learn from you. I'm Donald J. Trump. I wrote Art of the Deal.
Just my 2 cents. Of course, you could do what you like. Michelle, well, she was reading through an old law book, said that you shouldn't do that with the president of China.
Where does it say anything about G-hole?
Actually, Michelle said that it referenced G-hole specifically.
I made it up, Barack. I made it up. It's not in any book. It's a Trumpism. If you knew what G-hole was, then why did I say it first, huh? You answer that, Barack.
No, take it for what you will.
I've been winning Big League since I was a baby. How about you? You only won after you became president. Before that, you were just like a town council guy or something. Oh, community leader. Oh, I'm a community leader. Yes, now I'm president. Big League. And they said that it was crazy that Trump became president.
Donald, I didn't call to fight with you.
Look, Barack, I do appreciate you calling. It's not that I don't appreciate it. I just have a lot on my plate right now.
Remember, Donald, I've been there. I get it.
Look, Barack, I know sometimes we've had some things to say about each other. Your birth certificate, my billions. But at the end of the day, I do appreciate your experience. You've had it. You've been there before. You know what it's like. You were through the financial crash in 2008, weren't you?
Donald, yeah, it was very difficult. Financial crisis plus war, not easy.
Now I think I'm learning some lessons too. I didn't know it would be this difficult. We shut down the country. Did you know? Nobody shut down the country before. Just Trump. And we'll get it back. We'll come back stronger than ever. Anyway, listen, Barack, I've got to get going. Melania needs me. Tell Michelle I said hello.
Will do, Donald.
And thank you again for your 2 cents. I do appreciate them. I've got several billion, but I'll take 2 more. Thanks so much. Have a good night.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wait a second. Brady, you still there? I think I just see you come on now, brother. Let me know if you're still there, because I wanted to play you the Trump bit from today that you had a hand in. I'm going to play it anyway, just in case Brady's here or he's coming along. Okay, check this out. This is from today. Donald, are you there, Donald? Donald?
Mark.
Donald.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I hope you're having a nice day, Mark.
Great day. How you doing?
So I gotta tell you, we've been having some doozies in these press conferences. I'm pretty sure that Pelosi is the one who's sending these CNN folk in there
Pelosi?
with their fake news.
Pelosi?
We're dealing with the press. We're dealing with everybody, Mark, but they're not giving Trump a fair shake.
What do you mean?
Pelosi, have you seen her? Everything she does, she Peloisons. Peloison, she's a Peloisoner.
What?
I'll tell you what, Mark. You ever heard of Wrath of Trump? It's a Star Trek movie that's coming out in 2024. I already bankrolled it, Mark. And Peloison is going down. James Cameron is going to be directing it. Big League.
Really?
I got him right after Avatar. Yep. He said, what do you want to do next, Donald? I said, let's do Wrath of Trump. Donald! Look, Mark, I've got to get going now. Melania is calling. And remember, don't listen to any G-holes and don't take any cookies from Peloison. She is going to Peloison everything. Big League. I'll see you tomorrow, Mark. Donald! I'm coming, Melania.
Oh, my goodness. Peloisoned. Did you hear that, Brady? You came up with that yesterday, my friend. She's a Peloisoner.
Oh, my goodness. Did you see that? Nancy Pelosi, are you kidding me? She's Peloisons everything. Everything she touches, she Peloisons. I would never touch any of her baked products. They're Peloisoned. They're Peloisoned. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to take Nancy Pelosi down. In the next Star Trek movie, it's called Wrath of Trump. That's right. It's coming out in 2024. I already bankrolled it. Melania asked me a few times. She said, Donald, why are you bankrolling a new film? I said, look, don't worry about it, Melania. Don't worry that beautiful little head of yours, okay? Just take care of Baron, okay? Let Baron know that Daddy will be there soon. I'm winning Big League, okay? I'm winning Big League. And what I want you to know, first of all, Melania, is this movie will go down in history just like Red Bud. That's right, Red Bud. You know what I'm talking about. Orson Welles. They'll say, Orson Welles, Donald J. Trump, winning Big League. Guys, they're going to say that Wrath of Trump movie is the best of the Star Trek series. Guaranteed. Who wants to watch Wrath of Khan after watching Wrath of Trump? No one. Guess what Trump does during Wrath of Trump? He buys real estate and forecloses on some. Oh, I'm going to buy the blue house. I'm going to live in the White House. And I may foreclose on the Red House. I'm just not sure yet. But I'll get back to you after I'm in power. I mean in office. Look, it's the United States of Trump. I mean America. It is part of the Trump nation. It is the Trump train. We're winning Big League. Every time I go in, we come out with the victory. I'm sorry, when I was born, my mother said, Donald, you're going to win Big League. And I've just won Big League, always. And Brady's right. Nancy Pelosi is Peloison. She's a Peloisoner. She poisons the well. Peloison? Oh, no thank you. How about San Francisco drains that Peloison down the drain? Big League.
Oh, Brady, so I hope you appreciated that. That was because of you, my friend. You were like, hey, Pelosi poison. How about Peloison? I was like, ooh, I like ye. I like ye, buddy. I'm glad that you thought of that. Because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get people to stay away from Peloison. Nobody should be taking Peloison. Then I'm waking up tomorrow after the house on Peloison. Oh my goodness. Brady, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you coming out, my friend. I'm sorry you have to work the early shift tomorrow, but I appreciate your service. And does Trump have a secret tattoo that says Big League? I think he does. And it's actually on his arm. And every once in a while when he closes it, it says Big League. So he'll be like, Big League. And he'll go, Big League, Big League, Big League, Big League, Big League. And so some people wonder, what am I saying? Am I saying Big League or Big League? I'm saying Big League. But there is an old English word. If you look back in some of the dictionaries pre-1924, you'll see Big Lee, which is kind of a Trumpism, but still, I do have Big League on my, it's from my forearm into my bicep. And so when I close it, it says Big Lee. But I do have it, yes, I do. Thank you, Unfussy, for bringing that up. I'm shamed for it, though, at Christmas dinner. Every Christmas dinner, Melania says, hey, Bigley, why don't you come and get the coarse radish and the collard greens out of the... I don't know what the hell I'm talking about now, guys. Ah... This is what happens when you let me loose, though, and you're just like, hey, can you just go as any character and just go with it? Just do something, buddy. We've been on for 2 hours. I didn't even play music tonight. Can you believe that? It's an hour and 58 minutes and 36 seconds. And I didn't even sit on the beat seat. We just did impressions the whole time. It's kind of crazy. That's why the show is just the unexpected. I come out here and I'm thankful that I just want to just let it happen. And you guys are the ones you guys are pushing me along over here, and I want you to. It's just so cool. You're like, oh, does Trump have a secret tattoo? Yeah, of course I do. I have a secret tattoo. It says mommy. It says mommy on it. Whenever I look at it, it reminds me of being a little boy in New York.
and I'd come home, and Fred Trump, that's my father, Fred. I would come home, and I would see Fred and say, hey, Dad. Actually, I called him Fred. Hey, Fred, how are you? And he's like, hey, 2-year-old son, what are you doing? I'm like, not much, Fred. And he said, good, look, you need to understand 2 things, okay? You're going to win Big League, and you're going to win Big League. And I said, I don't know what that means yet, sir. He said, don't call me sir, call me Fred. So 2-year-old me, I started walking around the streets, and I'm saying to people, excuse me, what are you doing? Don't approach me. I'm Donald J. Trump. Have you seen my bank account? No? Oh, okay. Let me whip out my checkbook real quick. My father told me how to do my bank accounting. And you subtract from the number to get the positive. And of course, Big League. Look, see? I got it. That's my total. Son, you have $27. See? I told you. Big League. It wasn't until I was a little older that I realized that $27 was crap.
Oh, this is what happens when Brady leaves. Don't lie. You're funny. Buddy, this is the show. The show is wherever we go. But if you feed the fire, my friend, you're going to feed the fire, then it's going to get crazy. Last time was in the middle of a snowstorm. Out to get the windshield wiper to uncling from the windshield. You ever had that happen? This is the winter storm, and you can't get your windshield wiper to work. It's locked in, like ice storm style. You go up, you take like a sledgehammer, trying to break the ice without breaking the windshield, but sometimes you get a hairline fracture. You got to call Safe Glass to come over the following Tuesday. Now I lost a day in work. Oh no, I didn't know how to get the windshield wiper off the shield without cracking glass. Just no finesse. I couldn't wait for the humidity from the heat. This is what we do on the show, guys. Brady said something about, what did you say? How did Christopher Walken get there talking about the windshield wiper? This is we call this straight improv, okay? Straight improvisation. I love that. I want you guys to feed the show. 2 hours, 2 minutes officially. 2 hours and 2 minutes. John's still on. Love you, John. You are the man. And anybody else that's on, I'd love for you to say hello. Brady and Unfussy and Congalego. You guys are great. And Mike, look, sell that house. Buy, sell, put it up, put it down, whatever. All right. I think Face's turning into this Dice Clay / Sebastian Maniscalco. You seen this guy before? He tells these stories. He sounds a little like Andrew Dice Clay when he's talking, if you ask me. Oh, you ever gone to your cousin's house to get some dinner? Like, he's got the same vibe going, which is cool because I love Dice. I think Dice was hilarious. If he was just a clean version. That's why we have Dick Face. Dick Face's running for president. I didn't know if you got that. But I should probably show you who Face is. I don't know if I have any of his gear here, but I could sort of show you a piece of Face. I don't have all of him set up, unfortunately. Let's see. No. Maybe this? Let's see. Is this there? Possibly. Maybe this would work. Let's see. Is there any way that we can put a Face on? It's Dick Face. Look, see, this is what I bought this to make fun of Face. I don't have he's got this crazy goatee. I didn't buy, I don't know it, I don't have that. But I wear this sometimes when I try to make fun of Face. Sometimes I just want to make fun of Face. And what I'll do is I'll start putting some of his gear on to make fun of him. Oh, you don't know who Dice Clay is, dude? Andrew Dice Clay. He's a genius. From like 1990. He used to be a really dirty comedian. So check this out. I bought this thing so I could sort of look like Face. I don't do the best Face impression, so mind it, okay? But this is what Face sort of looks like, okay? Again, my Face is Face is kind of very hard to do. And I don't do a good Face, so mind it, like I said, okay? But his is sort of what Face looks like. And he's got a hat, too, like this, right? So, and I mean, look, you'll see there's like a goatee, but this is sort of what Face looks like. And, oh, wait a second. This is actually his intro. Check this out.
I tell you I'm worried about in the 2020 elections. It's that Dick Face. Have you heard about him? He's going to be fantastic. Yep, bingo. You told me about him, didn't you? I have to thank you.
If Michelle's not running, I'm voting for Dick Face.
It's the Dick Face Show. Dick Face's been live every day since his mother kicked him out of the womb. Join Dick Face as he discusses his path to the 2020 election. It's Dick Face!
Hey, that was pretty good, Kato. That wasn't that bad. Just a little better next time. Oh, hello, everybody. My name is Dick Face. I've been live every day since my mother kicked me out of the womb. How dare she? How dare she kick Face out of the womb? I was in there playing Jenga. I almost won Jenga. She kicks me out of the womb. Now I can't ever figure out how to win. I never won Jenga the rest of my life. I'm 64 years old. Never won Jenga. She couldn't let me have another 20 minutes in there to finish the Jenga game? How dare she, Kato? Hey, Kato, remember the other... Yeah, that's right. She did that too. You want to tell him? That's right, it's my show. Sometimes I gotta tell Kato, you know? You need an elbow in the face, Kato. So check it out. I'm running for president in 2020. And if you don't vote for Face, you get an elbow in the face. That's what I'm talking about, okay? There's only two options, okay? Vote Face or elbow in the face. You gotta decide which one you want, okay? And if you pick vote Face and you don't vote Face, just remember that, okay? When you go and you get your 2% milk from the food store.
Oh, look, I want to grab my 2% milk. Oh, what's that coming out my face?
An elbow! You should have voted Face. You said you were gonna vote Face. And you decided to lie. Do you know what you get when you lie to Face? An elbow in the face! So that's what Face does, guys. My favorite thing about Face is he starts talking about how he was in the Olympics as a broadcaster. Look, I still haven't found this footage. But this is what he does. He'll come and be like, oh, gosh, check it out. I was a sportscaster during the Olympics, 1992 to be exact. I was in Barcelona. I'm there broadcasting as these sprinters are going by. Oh, could I get an interview? Oh, could I get an interview? They're just so quick out there. Okay, they're running by, getting world records. The NBC gets mad at me. Hey, Face, you're not getting enough interviews. Well, maybe if Carl Lewis wouldn't run by me like the Roadrunner, I'd be able to get a story from him. Anyway, I'm letting off some steam. I'm walking down the streets in Barcelona, and this lady... she starts talking at me. I said, what? Are you talking to Face? You'll need to have a permit to talk to Fauci. She didn't know this. I said, you can't talk to Fauci unless you stop at town hall. You gotta ask the building department if you have a permit. Do I... can I talk to Fauci? They're gonna tell you no, okay? So I overreact a little bit. I'm sorry. First of all, I don't speak Barcelonian. What am I supposed to do? She sounds like she had an attitude. Okay, you can't have an attitude and talk to Fauci. She's lucky she didn't get an elbow in the Fauci. But look, okay, just remember you're gonna go to the voting booth in November. Who you gonna vote for, huh? I'm Sleepy Joe Biden. You gonna vote for that guy? What are you gonna vote for? I'm Donald J. Trump. We're winning big league. You gonna vote for that guy? You vote Fauci, or you got an elbow in the fudge. And I'll see you guys on the next Dick Fauci show. That's how the show ends, like every time. That's Foch for you right there. Hey, Donald.
Mark, how are you?
I'm good, Donald J. But that's how the show goes with Foch. He takes over. He's out of his freaking mind. Gabriel, my man. How are you, buddy? So glad to see you, my friend. And Unfussy. Unfussy killing it for you. Okay, listen to what Unfussy said. Unfussy said, could they see you playing Jenga in the ultrasound? Brilliant, buddy. Brilliant. And the answer is no. They couldn't see that because I was able to position my body in front of the Jenga. Okay, the other thing, what they did see over there is the library. My mom had a library in there. I was 3/4 of the way through Moby Dick, and then she kicks me out of the womb. The crazy thing is, I can't find that librarian, the one that was in the womb. There's no Dewey Decimal System. I had a specific version of Moby Dick. I want to look at that same hardcover version, okay? I've been looking for it for 64 years. No luck. No luck. Holy cow. Could they see you playing Jenga in the ultrasound? That's one of the funnier ones that I say is Fauci. The other ones are, I was tying my shoes. How dare she kick me out of the womb? I was tying my shoes. I think that was my favorite one. I'm like, how dare she? How dare she kick me out of a womb? I was tying my shoes. She's gonna kick me out of the womb while I'm tying my shoes? That's just rude. It's just rude. Oh. Yeah, exactly. He gets kicked. I got kicked out of the womb. The librarian gets to stay. What's going on with that? I think we're gonna have a little conversation about this. Who's this librarian, first of all, okay? He's got to be getting like pruny in there. He's got to get pruny, okay? I'm just saying. Gabriel, I'm so glad to see you on YouTube. Everybody who's over on Facebook, head over to YouTube. Please subscribe and ding the bell over there as well. I'd love to continue to get subscribers on YouTube. You guys are the greatest. You're helping this show grow. And I'll just continue to do voices for you as long as you guys are willing to spread the word. And we've been on for 2 hours and 13 minutes in a second here. So I'm going to start wrapping this up in a moment. But I do want to say how much I appreciate you guys. This is so much fun for me. Like, I can only do so much of this for my kids before my wife's like, okay, we get it. We get it. We don't want to hear anymore. I'm like, okay, I can't wait to go live. Or I could just be, guys, look, I tried to tell my wife that I wanted a bagel with cream cheese. And she said, not as Trump. No, I'll give you a bagel, but not with cream cheese. If you asked me as Christopher Walken, maybe I would do it. Well, can you get me an everything bagel, cream cheese? I'm looking for it now. You could put a side of orange juice. I love it. I could have done that too. But even then, you know what's funny is like when when you know someone well enough that they know all your tricks and all your jokes, like I'll do a voice and she'll be like, yeah, I know that already. I've already heard you do that one like a million times. But when I did Cuomo for her the first time, she was like, that's funny. And when I did Lamont, I was like, look, we're gonna do a great job here. We're gonna get through it, okay? And when you get your Doritos, I always get the Doritos. I grab them from the back. You gotta grab your Doritos from the back. You know, of course, though, if it's the last one, you just gotta grab it and hope. But like Cuomo was kind of fun to do because he's got this nonchalant attitude about him. You know, like, look, I know everything. And if you idiots didn't stop over here, I wouldn't even have to do this press report every day. I would just call it in. Like, we're going to get through it when we get through it. What are you guys, friggin' morons over here? Oh, okay, I'll show up tomorrow, but you're a bunch of friggin' idiots. Oh, you're funny. Gabriel said, in the 1,000th day of your life, you've got to turn into an Illuminati. Are you going to turn into an Illuminati? That's funny. I'm just here every day. I think 1,000 is just a starting point, you know. And, you know, day 478 in a row is pretty substantial. It is. I still can't believe that many days in a row I've been coming out here. And I'll have people sometimes be like, why did you do it? And I'm like, it's really for Gabriel. It's really for Unfussy and for you, John, and for, you know, and Brady and these people who are out there looking to do something tonight. Like, I want to be here and connect with you and make you laugh, but also to make you think and then play some music for you and stuff. But more realistically, I just want you guys to smile. Like, I'm thinking about that. I want you to find the ultimate, which is happiness. This is what the show has been trying to do for 478. It's trying to bring some happiness to the people who are able to tune in. Oh, hey, buddy. How you doing? David, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. Subscribe and ding the bell, my friend. We're doing all kinds of impressions for you tonight, David. David, look, you got a very interesting writing for YouTube. How'd you do it? Because mine just says Real Talk. Everybody sees Mark Pires Real Talk. Oh, thank you, buddy. Look, I'm live every day, my friend. Is it David? I think it's David. Yeah, David. I'm live every day, buddy. Do you have an impression you want to hear? You have any specific character you want to hear? Any impression? Oh, thank you, buddy. I saw you just subscribed. That fills my heart. That fills my heart. Yeah, I talked about this earlier. We have this thing that we are striving for that nobody knows. I created this word called soulfillment. And we do things just like David just did, where he just subscribed to the show. He popped on. He's like, I like the energy. I'm subscribing. And now it filled my heart. And he's also getting some soulfillment out of that because he made my day. And everybody who comes onto the show, David, just so you know, like, we're here to connect. And I play music every night on the BeatSeat. Tonight, I don't know if we're going to get to it. I've been live for 2 hours and 17 minutes right now. And I didn't plan on I did 5 hours and 46 minutes the other day. So you want me to play you a bit real quick? And then let me do something for you, David. This is something that came out the other day. I just dropped this. And I'm gonna see if I can get the BeatSeat out. I'll play you a quick song, too, since you're new.
Now, I understand you have a question?
Yes, why do you keep calling it the Chinese flu and the Fluhan?
Well, look, it's Fluhan because it came from Wuhan. And let's be honest, if Xi was more open and honest about what happened there, we could have saved lives. You know, he's been a real Xi-hole, if you ask me. President Xi-hole. I don't like Xi-holes, so I'm not that impressed with President Xi. I might call him a Xi-hole to his face.
I love that. I love that he might call him a G-hole to his face. I think that's the best line of the entire clip. Let's do this. All right. All right, so for my buddy over here, David, who's new, I'm going to play some music for you as well. Show you what the BeatSeat does. The BeatSeat is this guy right here. It's such a cool thing to play, especially if you're looking to get some energy, if you're looking to piece through some anxiety, especially these times of quarantine. Like, we're still building out and selling and shipping them. I hand build each one, and basically it allows you to do a lot of really cool stuff. If you're a drummer, you could play with your hands and feet for the first time. So drum rolls. And if you're a guitar player like me, this is what I designed it for originally, is I wanted to be able to play shows without having to hire someone. It's not that I don't want to play with someone, but honestly, the bigger issue that I have is doing this again with this battery issue. All right, we're going with jazz guitar, I guess. I love playing with people, but sometimes it's hard to find people to play with. And if you have a BeatSeat, you can put on a show all by yourself. I'm going to show you how. I don't have my acoustics, so we're going to have to just do something different. Play you guys something you know, okay? Old pirates, yes, they're a bite. So lighted in merchant shapes. Minutes after they took eye from the bottomless pit, my hand was mid-stroke. By the end of the Almighty, we follow in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? These songs of freedom. These songs of freedom. It's all I ever heard. Redemption soul. No, 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 no. Redemption soul. Do, do, do. Emancipate yourself from anti-slavery, but ourselves can free our minds. No fear for atomic energy, none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We gotta fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? These songs of freedom. 'Cause all I ever heard, oh, oh, redemption song. Redemption song. Redemption song. That's how you can use the BeatSeat. That's how you can use the BeatSeat in order to kind of create some sort of differentiation. You know, the way I like to explain that is just think about it this way. First of all, let me tune this pump because it's way out. Yeah, there we go. So basically, let's play something else. I'm going to show you what it's like to hear it with the BeatSeat and without. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. You want another? I got another for you. Okay, here we go. I got a cool tune. This is an old song that I used to play when I was first writing, and I didn't have my own music yet. I used to play a lot of Dave Matthews. This is one of the songs I liked to play back then. You guys know this tune? Real quick, let me just quickly go onto my page here and share this. I'm just going to share this live video because we're still live, guys. And you know what? We're going to go and share this to, I'm putting it on a few music pages. I'm putting on a few music pages to see if we can get some people on while I play this tune real quick. Connecticut musicians, how about that? Anybody else? Oh, we all need a laugh. We'll put that on even though it's not the same thing. There we go. All right, now we're live. So this is Dave Matthews, Typical Situation. Situation in these typical times. 10 fingers counting the of each. I gotta take a different vibe to this, guys. You ready? Around the sun repeat. Ave all last of you triumphantly. 7 oceans, mumble shores and the seas. Typical situation in these typical times. Too many choices. Typical situation in these typical times. Everybody's free. We'll keep the big door open and everyone will come around. Oh, while you different, while you that way. Don't get in line, you love your way. It all comes down to nothing. Senses feeling 5 around the sense of self. 4 seasons that turn on and turn off. I can see 3 corners from my corner, yeah. There's a perfect number, but one. But everybody's happy, everybody's free. We'll keep the big door open and everyone will come around. Why are you different? Why are you that way? You don't get in line with luck your way. Everybody's happy, everybody's free. Everybody's happy, everybody's free. We'll keep the big door open and everyone will come around. Why are you different? Why are you that way? Don't get in line, we'll love you away. It all comes down to nothing. Time. Said everybody's happy, everybody's free. We'll keep the big door open, everyone will come around. Why are you different? Why are you that way? Yeah. Well, me like you away. Everybody's happy, everybody's free. Yeah, we'll keep the big door open, but everyone will come around. Yeah, why are you different? I said, open, why are you that way? Yeah, we don't get that line, we'll lock you away. Yeah. It all comes down to nothing. It all comes down to nothing. So that is just a little Dave Matthews, because I really don't usually play covers. I usually play my own stuff. We're going to do that now. So that's a cool tune. It's a very cool Dave Matthews song. I'm going to play you a song of mine that I think is equally as cool and melodic. So this is called I Adore You. as I adore you guys. I've been here for 478 days in a row. I'm live every night at 10:30. Head to YouTube, subscribe and ding the bell, just like my man David did. And my man Fuss is still on kicking it with me. What is my favorite type of music? My music. I write music all day, every day. I think we're going to do it right now. Should we write a song instead of doing this original? Or do you want to write an original song right now? Let me play you one verse of this, and then you let me know if you want to hear more. Actually, I'm going to play you this song. It's called You. It's fire, too. It's just kind of an upbeat version, though. Let's get a little jam going here at 1:30 in the morning while my family's asleep upstairs. I'm going to play you one song here. See how this goes. This is called You. So I walk along this road, this path that you have made, and though the fall was settling, the wind began to rain, reflecting thoughts of innocence, no reason to complain. Maybe things will open up, we'll sleep in peace, the thoughts of me and you. And this love will guide us through the nights, our hearts. Love burns deeper love, and deeper love. My heart seems to grow when I'm with you. All my troubles seem down to my grave, repeating the same old song, same words, come on, soothe my soul. Oh, I pray, love, well, won't you take my hand and outline something new? And maybe things will open up, we'll sleep in peace, the thoughts of me and you. And this time we'll sit alone, candlelight, the wax drops drop and burn us low, binds us down, the wind blows, and the wild chill when you're around. Love's the only word when I'm with you. I appreciate you guys. Listen, I will be back tomorrow for another Real Talk at 10:30. We've been live for 2 hours and 39 minutes right now. So if that number keeps climbing, if you guys share this with your pages and this number climbs, I will stay live with you. It's climbing right now. I'm going to play you a song that I love. If you love this song, share this with your pages. Head over to the YouTube page and subscribe and ding the bell for Mark Pires Real Talk. And if this song makes you move, share this with your pages. hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no, no. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Oh yeah, say listen, pretty baby, don't you treat me this way. I'll be back on my feet someday. Don't matter if you do, 'cause it's understood. You ain't got no money, you just ain't no good. Well, I guess if you say so, I got to pack my bags and go. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no, no. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Hit the road. Hit the road. Hit the road. Oh yeah, listen, pretty baby, don't you treat me this way. I'll be back on my feet someday. It don't matter if you do, 'cause it's understood. Ain't got no money, you just ain't no good. Well, I guess if you say so, got to pack my bags and go. I'll hit the road, Jack. Won't you, baby? Won't you come back? Hit the road, Jack. Won't you come back? Hit the road. 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 Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more? No, no, no. Hit the road. Hit the road. Hit the road. Hit the road. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more? No, no. Hit the road, Jack. But don't you come back no more. Hit the road, yeah. Hit the road. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. John, my heart goes to you, my friend, for sticking on for the whole show tonight. You rock. And Unfuss, and David, and Gabriel. You guys are awesome. Come back tomorrow for another Real Talk, and we're gonna do all kinds of crazy stuff. Donald J. Trump will be back. Guys, we're winning big league, okay? On coronavirus now, too. We were winning big league on everything until about March 23rd. Decided to shut down the nation. No big deal. But that's whatever. I'm like, oh, I'll shut down the economy. I'm going to shut it all down, okay? I have Pensy on the job. I'm like, oh, Pensy, can you help me out? What do you need, Mr. President? Anything you need. I need you to get Joe Biden's son, Hunter, on the phone. I think he's our guy. What are you doing, Donald? What are you calling my son Hunter Biden for? I'm Sleepy Joe Biden. Oh, we know you're sleepy. We know it. We know it's big league. Guys, you do know you can go to my website, markpiresrealtalk.com. Just see it behind me, markpiresrealtalk.com. It's right there as well, right there. And go to markpiresrealtalk.com. You can order a personalized face swap. Oh, Mark, I'd really love it if you called my best friend Timmy as Christopher Walken and you tell him that you found his watch. Whoa, Timmy, it's crazy. I wanted to tell you, I was walking in the park yesterday, ran into a friend of yours. You ever seen Mr. Rolex? That's right, I found your watch, Timmy. I want to let you know it's still ticking, okay? And I'm not giving it back. We can do whatever. It's really up to you. I'm switching back to this.
Now, I understand you have a question.
Yes, why do you keep calling it the Chinese flu and the Fluhan?
Well, look, it's Fluhan because it came from Wuhan. And let's be honest, if Xi was more open and honest about what happened there, we could have saved lives. You know, he's been a real Xi-hole. if you ask me. President G-hole. I don't like G-holes, so I'm not that impressed with President G. I might call him a G-hole to his face.
That's the best. I may call him a G-hole to his face. And we came up with a new one today. Well, this was actually part Brady. Brady helped me with this. I was saying that Pelosi's poison. Pelosi poison. Because, look, everything here is about making fun of everybody. I hope you guys know that.
I make fun of everybody. I just happen to do a really good Trump, okay? So when I'm talking like Trump, you have to respect the Trump, okay? I've been winning big leagues since I was a little boy. I call people sometimes, I'll say it's Donald. They say, oh my goodness, could I have your autograph through the phone? Can you speak it to me? And I will spit it on this napkin and just say it was Trump's words. They said that, and then they sold it on eBay. You could say the craziest things as Trump. What did you say on Fuss? Just died round 30 on not. I can't see that across the screen, but I do want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. And remember, if you have any specific celebrity impressions you want to hear, you have a character you really would love to hear come to life, we can do it here. Excuse me, sir. Think you have my stapler? Like I was thinking about doing that. I did Office Space here once before. Let me play you guys a quick bit here. How about that? You want to do something funny real quick? You saw the Obama and Trump bit. Let me just play you something here that I think is pretty funny. Donald, it's Barack Obama. I did that the other night. That was kind of silly. I never did Barack before. First time I did Barack. How about that? The Trump Cuomo bit. I think Trump Cuomo is okay. I bring him on every day, so it's hard for me to remember what was what. Fluhan. I'm going to see. This is what he called it, the Fluhan, the first time. Check this out. Let's see.
Donald, you there? Donald.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
I'm
so
good.
glad to be back on another Real Talk.
I love having you on.
Yes, there's lots of things going on.
Oh, really?
Did you hear about hydroxychloroquine?
I heard it doesn't work.
It's a brand new thing. I'm touting it. I
heard.
believe it's going to be the next white bread.
Oh, really?
Of course, Fauci doesn't believe that.
No? What does Fauci
What was
think?
that?
Well, no, I think that China's involved. I think that President Xi did something.
Interesting.
Yeah, Xi did some knick-knack paddywhack.
And so Xi
would be involved, for sure.
So you think that maybe Xi put himself in danger to make himself look like the victim?
Exactly.
That's very interesting, Mark. You mean where the flu came from, the Fluhan?
The Fluhan.
I call it the Fluhan.
I know.
Everyone's calling me racist for it, but
No, it's part of the
look,
world.
it's where it came from.
That's where it came from.
It sounds like that's something Xi would do.
Doesn't it?
Look, for all I know, President Xi was the guy who put this all in motion.
I think he was.
Xi may have had his finger on the button the whole time.
Right on it.
There is an old fable in the art of war. It's kind of like the art of the deal, where you put yourself at risk in order to look like the victim.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. I think he did that. How do we get past it, though? What do we do?
Look, we need to flatten the curve.
Well, I
We're
know that.
going to have to flatten the curve if we want to open up the nation again. So look, Mark, I just wanted to let you know that Melania, look, I really appreciate you having me back on the program. And, of course, I'll see you tomorrow for the next Real Talk.
That's a lovely thing.
That's right, big league. So have yourself a great day. I'm coming, Melania. God almighty. Every single night. She's
night?
always bothering us, isn't she? Melania, I'm coming. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you
Mark.
tomorrow, Donald.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. That's Donald. He calls in every night. So that was a few days ago. Like, I'm thinking about playing one of these days. I'm just going to go through all of the nights he's called in. You're like, what the hell was he talking about that night? He's out of his mind. Some nights he's completely out of his mind. Like, did you see this one? This was just like a few days ago. Let's see what happened on day 418, for example. What the hell was that? No, that's 418 was like 5 days ago. Now let's do one of these. Yeah, that came up. Let's see what it is. We're going to play it for you right now. What did Donald say this day?
Mark.
Hey, Donald.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Fantastic. I'm doing great, too. I'm just getting ready for an evening of music on the BeatSeat.
Oh,
Looking
this
forward to it, Mark. I'll tell you, last night you were on fire.
All right, that was a good bit, but that's not a funny one. He's just kind of talking about the Real Talk program, which is cool. I like that.
Of course you do, Mark. It's just like me with Donald J. Everything is about me.
It's not at all. Here we go. Ready?
Hi, Mark.
Donald.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Day 475 in a row.
Can you believe
I
it?
can't believe you made it this far.
I know.
Big league. You know, Melania was just saying last night, how many days has Mark been live in a row? I said somewhere in the 470s. She said, I can't believe it. She said, I bet he doesn't make it to 475. I said, why would you say that?
Why would she say that?
I think he plans on going live every day.
Yeah.
Forever. She
right.
said, no way. But of course, with her little cute accent. Anyway, listen, Mark, I got the strangest phone call from Barack Obama. I have it here. I'm going to play it for you. Could you do me a favor and load it up? Can you ask Cato to load it up?
Well, I played this already for
Appreciate it.
people, Donald.
This
Oh.
is Barack Obama calling Donald J. Trump. Check it out.
You know what's very interesting here is my CPU again is up at almost 50%. Why is it up so high when I'm just running one thing? Well, Discord's open. I'm going to close Discord. Maybe see if that's something to do with it. Yeah, it dropped a little bit because of Discord. But I already played you guys that bit, right? You already saw the Obama and Trump bit. Everything's kind of slowing down over here. I don't know what the hell is going on. Is it like that on the Facebook feed? Anyway, listen, guys, I've been on for 2 hours and 50 minutes. I'm going to call this a quit. Let's see if we can just play you one more quick thing here on the way out the door. I don't know what this was. I'm going to play you day 4. This was a few days ago. Let's see what this was, okay? And then we'll get closer to that. I don't want to put that on. That was from Monday. And it was a Manic Monday. It had Manic Monday playing in the background. That kills me. I can't believe I did that. All right, I'm going to play you guys one more thing here because I'm getting tired now. But I will see you tomorrow, like I've been every day for the last forever. All right, this has got a couple extra pieces in it. No, I'm not going to play you that. I'm going to play you Fauci. You want Fauci? What were the Q&A ones? No. Trump, Pelosi. No, that was the one from today. Guys, this is no fun. I'm sorry. I just have like all kinds of crazy stuff here. I just don't know what the hell to play for you. Let's do this one and see what the hell this is. Playing you whatever it is right now.
Mark, thank you for allowing me to call back.
Oh, this is something.
Did you hear the news?
No, what happened, Donald?
That's right. We called it last week. I said Fluhan. Everybody was looking at me like I'm a racist. And now we find out, yes, it does come from a lab. You called it really, Mark. You said President G. President G was doing some knick-knack paddywhack.
That's right.
And now there's a virus called the Fluhan.
The Fluhan.
And everybody has to now look in the mirror and say that Trump was right. Trump was right from the beginning. I shut down the borders. They wanted to take my head off in the square. It was like Braveheart again. But look.
Always you with Braveheart.
We rise up. The cream rises to the top, Mark. So look, I just wanted to let you know that you were right. It is the Fluhan, started in China.
Well, thank
and
you.
now we have to try to exterminate this Chinese-made flu. It's the Fluhan.
It's the Fluhan.
Big league.
Hey, Donald, can you say
I'll see you
goodbye to
later, Mark.
Unfussy?
See you tomorrow.
Say goodbye to Unfussy real quick. I'm sorry, Unfussy. Sometimes Donald listens and most times he doesn't. But I'll say goodbye for you.
Unfussy, I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. I will see you tomorrow. And head over to YouTube and subscribe and ding the bell as well, please. I really appreciate it.
And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to head out too. 2 hours and 54 minutes is enough of a show for me for the evening. Whoa. I will see you guys tomorrow, though, on the next Real Talk. Just make sure you subscribe and ding the bell on YouTube. On the YouTubes. On the YouTubes. Wow, everything's slow right now. I gotta figure out what my computer's been doing this lately. Join me tomorrow for another show. It's still not working. Trying to get it to work. It's not. There we go. So until tomorrow, send your topics. Go to Mark Pires Real Talk. Order a personalized face swap. And tomorrow night I'll be back with more. It's Mark Pires. it's Real Talk. Thank you again, guys. You rock. See you tomorrow.